Oh crap, I hope it's not started. Yeah. And I will go. And we are going. Are we going live? Okay. Has this gone live? I think this has gone live. Okay, now I'll have to check if we are live. Eesh, the first 3 seconds of everything is just this only. I think are we live, guys? Are we live? Can somebody tell me? Okay. Yes, it is live. All right. Sorry for that weird beginning. Welcome to another episode of On the Bench, our sports podcast where we talk about sport things. Me, Anu Menon, and some guests of ours, very esteemed guests. I was about to say some guest of ours, which is not the best way to introduce guests. But thank you for whoever is watching right now. I'm starting to sound like as a news anchor. But yes, yeah, अचानक से लोगों का वो आ गया 20s in sad state of Indian spinners. Ashwin drinking chai and chilling while Kuldeep podcast पे आ रहा है. Oh, you're calling me Kuldeep Yadav, I guess that is it. Only Liverpool fan I can beer. Okay, thanks a lot. That's a compliment. It's a slightly twisted compliment. But yes, thank you guys for joining. Neville's going to be at KV stream too. I think वो छोड़ के आया अभी KV stream. So guys, because priorities, because this is cool. Okay, sorry, no hard feelings, KV. But yeah, guys. So first of all, thank you for joining. I would say that can you please like the stream because it's apparently algorithm ना अगर stream like कर दो तो मस्त और लोगों को भी भेजता है and ये सब मैंने खुद से नहीं सीखा मेरे को बेसिकली सौरभ पंत ने बोला कि ये सब करने का है जब स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट करे बिफोर गेटिंग एवरीबॉडी एल्स प्लीज से दैट यू प्लीज लाइक द स्ट्रीम एंड ऑल who in turn was told about this by Tanmay and who is basically he knows internet तो Tanmay जो भी करता है everybody thinks that Tanmay बोल रहा है तो उसको तो internet मालूम ही है so yes hey big fan Akshay okay thank you guys but yes thanks for joining guys in another episode of On the Bench. And today we're going to be talking about a lot of things. Everybody's obviously very excited about the Oval Test match and EPL resumption and a lot of international football fixtures also, interesting things happening along with US Open. So without further ado, I don't know why they say that further ado, let's get on my co-host Anu and our special guest today, Neville Shah. Let's have a round of applause. Yes, let's have a round of applause.
Hello.
Yes. Wow, Neville.
अरे मेरे को कुलदीप बुलाता है public, bro.
Yes, stupid. You didn't get the analogy or what?
I'm sorry. Internet me is basically ready for all insults. मुझे लगता है कोई भी insult आ रहा होगा मेरे लिए आ रहा होगा तो इसीलिए I'm just little more. Oh yes, Kuldeep is
not
doing.
when you have.
Abhijit, Kumar Varun would never have made that mistake. He does his research on his special guests.
Oh, correct. But
okay,
that's a premiere.
Anu,
I'm here.
Thanks a lot, Anu. Anu already being very supportive as the co-host. She's completely.
Yeah, excellent co-host तेरा है, bro. It's great.
Instead of yes and we have yes, no but. Yeah, fuck yes and we are redefining.
That's why my improv career is very short-lived, by the way. Huh?
Well, that's every semi-decent stand-up comedians. But okay, I hope. Oh crap! Live stream पे ऐसा बोलना नहीं चाहिए. Improv is a very healthy art, guys. Everybody who does that, I have utmost respect for everybody who does it.
क्या कर रहा है गांगुली? दो जन इधर improvise करता है, bro. ये stream, ये तेरे Zoom window में दो जन improvise करता है. क्या बोला?
Sorry. How are you, Neville? How's it jumping from one stream to another? Does it feel like one of those वो पहले एक show से open mic से different वाले पे जाके material try करना? Is this the kind of closest it gets to that?
Bro. That is a premiere, so that we shot earlier. That's not it. अरे no, मेरा तो office काम से मैं भाग के ऐसा फटाफट पेला खाना. Also, I'm so glad you messaged me saying, bro, I'll send you the link at 8:45 and all. Because I really thought it was a 10 o'clock thing. Somewhere in my head, I had assumed कि 10 बजे का है. तो मैं मस्त खाना पेल के आएगा. But no. So I had to eat in like 6 minutes. And then I had to have dahi, which is a metaphor.
Hey, dude, I've never. Okay, fine. Now, dude, I finally got that it's a metaphor. इतने देर से मैं सच में सोचता था कि every single podcast Neville keeps talking about having dahi. What is this weird obsession?
Dahi is the post meal endeavor for people who can't kick a habit for a very long time.
Okay, that's.
Anu is still wondering what it is.
It's okay. I'll find out from Abhijit later. I'm too scared to ask now.
अरे your chat only will say what it is, yeah.
But why like is it a thing? Openly क्यों नहीं बात कर सकते कि दही क्या है?
It's not. It's somewhere there's some random responsibility thing. I don't know. good.
Oh, the Salman Khan of comedy world, eh?
Wow.
You want? I mean, not.
Wow.
Sorry, I took the one aspect of Salman Khan and did not see the other aspects, which is not the best thing to say about a person. But yeah, I mean, basically responsibility to the world, right?
Correct.
Huh.
I
Come
agree.
on, Ganguly. Huh?
Sorry,
Save
man. I
yourself.
think I've not been. Yeah, please help me, man. Every time I get in this
I'm
difficult
here to stop him
situation.
from getting derailed, which happens very easily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would.
With
चलो
a
बोलो
sure
क्या
mention
बात
of
करने है?
dahi.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, guys.
Imagine how
Okay,
many more
welcome.
things will happen.
And I tweeted this also. We have Neville, and so this, we are very tempted to rename this episode of the podcast as 433, but we are
433.
not good. We are not going to do that.
अरे
Abhi
लाइक ठोको ना, पब्लिक क्या कर रहा है? लाइक नहीं ठोक रहा है क्या?
Neville, मैं कितने सालों से वेट कर रहा था कि कोई और भी
गाइस सिंपल
बोले, मैं
फंडा
खुद
है. पब्लिक
हाँ
तुम लोग को फ्री में कंटेंट देता है, बात करता है, कॉन्वर्सेशन करता है. तुम लोग भी मस्त ऐसा खाना खाते खाते हम लोग को देखता है. हम लोग इधर पैसा नहीं लेता है, हम लोग लाइक मांगता है. लाइक तो प्लीज़ लाइक करो, लाइफ अच्छा होता है हम लोग का.
वेरी गुड नेविल. आई थिंक आई विल रिकॉर्ड इसका रिकॉर्डिंग भी जो होगा ना, तो मैं ऐसे
Yeah,
इसको
it'll be the
रिकॉर्डिंग का
nicest
लेके
time I've
हर
ever
जगह
asked for Nikes.
हर जगह शुरू में ऐसे चला दूंगा मैं ऐसे कि ये पॉइंट रहे. ही इज ऑलरेडी माय फेवरेट गेस्ट इन अ list of not very long guests so far, but but yes, very good point. And on that positive note, guys, smash that like button. But let's get talking about for starters, the thing that we are
Nidhi
all
walking
excited
around
about.
she's already walking out on us.
Yeah,
Like
she is
she's
walking.
so keen on this. She's like, hang it.
अरे खाना
अरे
आ गया यार, खाना आया तो खाना लेने बेचारी जा रही है.
very good.
एक्चुअली प्लान ये था कि मैं खाना लेके जाऊंगा फिर स्ट्रीम स्टार्ट करूंगा, बट जोमेटो वाले ने गलत टर्न ले लिया. वो आगे चला गया. अब वो 10 मिनट बाद आके यू टर्न लेके आ रहा है, विच इज नॉट द बेस्ट थिंग वी शुड बी टॉकिंग अबाउट एज ऑफ नाउ.
This is
बट
the best sports stream I've ever been on.
Yeah.
सॉरी,
You know, we've not mentioned a sport, and I think we've been live, what, 6-7 minutes now?
6 minutes now. 6 minutes, Ganguly. It's a record even for you.
And
but
he's
I won't stop Neville from asking people to like the stream. All right, why would I even
that's
stop
fine.
that? That's a very nice
That
thing
I
that he
understand.
said.
But तेरा Zomato वाला किधर तक पहुंचा is great information. Unless
The
you are
oval,
relating
the
it
oval.
to the oval. There you go. The Kia oval.
In retrospect, I could have skipped that information. It was not a very need to know kind of information in retrospect, but that's how hindsight works, guys. So hindsight always works like that. But coming back, guys, this is a sports podcast. Let's not forget it. Smash that like button and let's talk about the oval victory. Woo! What's up, Kesa? How was the feeling about it, Anu? How did you feel? Did you expect it at all, or what do you feel?
No, I only thought it's the possibility when on the 4th day. So I was like, okay, yeah, now we've gone from lords of lords to overlords. Some such thing, like obviously at 191 all out, both of us were like bitching each, like everyone in the team, this is what happens when you don't take Ashwin. That whole thing started again. But now the sad part is every victory and the team combinations working, in the words of the wise Sunil Gavaskar, that ship has sailed for Ravichandran Ashwin. And his career as a YouTuber has begun in England. I thought, clearly England, I thought that last day especially, completely outclassed and outperformed and outdone. And just, we can talk about Bumrah's brilliance in a bit, but now we're going into Old Trafford saying, Arre, Ronaldo may not be the best thing that ever happened in that part of the world. Like Brown can win the crown now. Let's go all in.
Oh,
Wow,
Brown can win the crown.
Brown
Great
can win the
sentence.
crown is definitely something. I can see this Times of India headline, not Times of India. Brown can win the crown. No, not Times of India, but definitely somebody can tweet out. I can see who's that guy, Wasim Jafar only, no? So he can definitely, Brown can win the crown wala ho sakta hai. But same here. I was also very, like the first day to itself, when I got to know कि इस बार भी अश्विन को नहीं लिया है, मैं पहला 1-1.5 घंटा देखा ही नहीं. 1-1.5 घंटा मतलब मैं, I was just like, dude, I'm
You mean
done
तूने
with
इंडियन
this,
की
like,
इनिंग्स नहीं देखी? इंडिया की इनिंग्स नहीं देखी 1.5 घंटा.
एक्चुअली हाँ. सो मैंने जब देखना शुरू किया तब तक तो शार्दुल ठाकुर थोड़ा सा मार रहा था, बट तब तक उससे पहले एक्चुअली तो विदाउट शार्दुल ठाकुर इनिंग्स इट वुड हैव बीन 130 ऑल आउट और समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो मैं आई वाज आल्सो इन फुल डिफायंस मोड दैट स्क्रू विद दिस, ये अश्विन को नहीं लिया, ये क्या चल रहा है, क्या बेइज्जती है, क्या है ये वो. तो आई वाज तो गोइंग ऑन भूख हड़ताल. मैं बिल्कुल ही ऐसे फर्स्ट डे का तो मेरा भी स्किप हुआ. एंड आई जेन्युइनली, it's a crazy thing, man. This Indian team, every time they are just, you just think that this is gone out
I
of the
am
whole thing.
still of the opinion that Kohli should be benched.
Straight
Yeah,
up,
I
huh?
said make Ashwin the captain. That's the only way he can make the team anyway. So that's my theory.
No, but Ashwin will be sitting captain. Even if Ashwin, uska kismat, I think, is that only. He'll be sitting captain.
Maybe he should be coach now since
Yeah.
Shastri is retiring.
Correct. No, so I don't know. I just I don't know. I think that, like, I've said this on Couch also. I've said this on Fofo also. I just think that it doesn't matter who the person was, whether it was Sachin, whether it is Dravid, whether it was Ganguly, whether it was Vengsakar. It doesn't matter. All of them at some point in their career, when they had a lean patch that was a consistent lean patch, they've been benched. They've been benched for a series. They've been asked to sit down and say, okay, get your form back, come back. I'm not saying this Kohli to me is genuinely by far the best batsman in all three formats. But
is his lack of form enough to call him to be benched? मतलब इतना भी lack of form I won't say है.
I mean,
and especially if you compare it with the rest of the middle
2
order.
half centuries especially now, no?
Your best batsman has to bat.
हाँ, but best batsman अगर best batsman नहीं रहे उसको bench कर देना भी तो थोड़ा extreme हो गया ना? Like,
no, but I think that there's also a certain, like, I don't know.
This is the Delhi wala in me getting a little protective about Kohli actually.
No, I mean, but I'm truly saying he is the best batsman in all three formats of the game. There is absolutely no doubt in my mind. But I just think that there is a taken for grantedness that comes with it. I mean, sure, Indian captain is not an easy cap to wear at all in cricket. But मेरे को लग रहा है चाहिए एक नंबर 4 पे किसी और को ट्राई करके अपन एक कुछ और कर सकता है. मेरे को लग रहा है एक सीरीज, एक मैच, लाइक समवेयर, जस्ट once.
एक सीरीज तो हुआ ना ऑस्ट्रेलिया में ऑलरेडी.
That was voluntary. Anu doesn't count.
बच्चे करेगा बेचारा यार.
Voluntary doesn't count.
But now Rehane is going to take the hit, na? Is this the end of his test career now? हाँ.
Rehane तो Hundo P will go because somebody has to, na. Somebody has to be Bali ka Bakra at the end of the series.
Wow, I thought हम ना शुरुआत ऐसे करेंगे, general happy good feeling about all victory. Straight up he said that Kohli को drop ही करता. I'm like, wow man.
अरे, if you want happy, you have to call all these other optimists, Ganguly. You've known me for a very long time. Calling me and expecting optimism is a joke.
मतलब Kohli को drop.
He's not a good reader of people, Neville. I've come to realize.
I've realized.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Even his Zomato guy couldn't find his house.
I'm working on it. Actually वो थोड़ा technical है. आगे जाके ना, मतलब basically अगर आगे चले जाओ तो बहुत U-turn बहुत लंबा हो जाता है. तो इसीलिए थोड़ा like there's a very narrow gully between.
Ganguly तू दिल्ली में नहीं है, इतना कौन सा लंबा U-turn है? Bro,
अरे बॉम्बे में एक ही तो रोड है बॉम्बे में, वेस्टर्न हाईवे, उस पे अगर वो नहीं मिला. Anyway, again we are digressing, guys. We'll come back to Kohli. But so Neville, you are certain about this because okay, now that we are talking about this, although this was point number 32 on the list of things we were talking about, Anu knows that we always have a list. We come very prepared with a list.
Sure.
If not a
That's why when I asked you, I said, what are we talking about? You said, dekh lenge. But
okay, Neville. Neville is okay.
No. Ganguly sent me like pointers. That's all.
Yeah.
मेरे को एक चीज के बारे में कुछ भी मालूम नहीं है, मैंने किया ही नहीं है, देखा ही नहीं है. But ठीक है, बोलो. हाँ फिर.
But on a serious note, you actually want Kohli to be dropped from the team. Like you really think that's warranted? मतलब he's the most successful Indian captain. Most successful Indian captain of all times historically. चलो captaincy भी छोड़ो, उसका current form अगर बोलो.
I mean, most successful Indian captain of all time during the period where all the other teams suck. I mean, I'm saying you look at the 96 World Cup, you look at the 99 World Cup, you look at the 2003 World Cup, you look at the 2007 World Cup. Every single team during that period was a force to reckon with. I mean, Sri Lanka जाके अभी South Africa को हरा के आया है और हम लोग ऐसा कर रहे हैं कि Sri Lanka will be something. No, I've seen them play. I mean, they'll lose to Bermuda, dude. Like on any given day. Anyway, मेरे को गलती क्या तू बोला कि मैं ऑप्टिमिस्ट है ही नहीं, मैं अब भी बोल रहा हूँ.
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. Neville, I like you as a person, and optimism and negativism की बात नहीं है. वो we can be open minded, which is the reason people use these days to appreciate even संजय मंजरेकर कि अपनी मन की तो बोलता है. अरे पर उसका मन इतना घटिया बोलता है, उसका क्या करे. But
I like him sometimes.
संजय मंजरेकर. एक सेकंड कोहली को ड्रॉपिंग मैं फिर भी सुन सकता. संजय मंजरेकर, you like him as a person? ये तो
we have to keep him on in the commentary box.
Come on,
like
यार.
I like
Neville, why Neville, why? Like
सच
this
बोलता है
is
यार.
inexplicable.
उसका बुक पढ़ा है.
उसका तो बुक पढ़ना ही नहीं है मेरे को. उसको
Yeah.
मेरे तरफ से उसको एक पैसा नहीं मिलेगा. मेरा
Okay.
लाइफ का यही है. बट
ठीक
यू
है.
लाइक हिम एज अ पर्सन, संजय मंजरेकर.
I don't
So
know
full of
him as a
himself.
person.
नहीं, you we all feel, no, we get a vibe of how a person is.
But this assumption of I don't know, this assumption of people, I don't know.
नहीं, मेरे
ठीक
बहुत
है.
पॉइंटर्स है. इफ सिंस यू आस्क्ड, मेरे पास एक पूरा लिस्ट है व्हाई आई डिसलाइक संजय
नहीं,
मंजरेकर,
छोड़ना
व्हिच वी
अभी.
हैव डिस्कवर.
We cannot get into it again now.
Yeah, we'll do it on WhatsApp. We'll do it on WhatsApp.
Anu Menon is like, यार ये पिछली बार भी हुआ था, शायद उसके पिछली बार भी हुआ था. How many times to have the same discussion? But one day we will discuss this over WhatsApp. Wow, Neville is already like completely shaken things up. एकदम chaos ला दिया कि कोहली को drop करो, संजय मंजरेकर is nice. What is the next thing you will say? Are
No,
you?
no.
Please don't say इसके बाद कि अश्विन को भी टीम में नहीं लेना चाहिए. You are right.
No. I think Ashwin should have been taken in the team for sure. I think Ashwin should have been taken in the team. But I have another controversial like thing. But मैं नहीं है cricket का selector. ये सब अच्छा है, मैं नहीं है. But I don't think you can do two spinners in England. I still don't think you could do two spinners in England. So you would have to drop a Jadeja. Right.
Yeah.
But हाँ, मेरे को लग रहा है अश्विन को होना चाहिए था टीम में. Simply because, but you look at what Jadeja did with the ball on the last day, and then you question the decision of whether you like would Ashwin have done better. We don't really know. Jadeja left arm, so comes in from the other side. All of those things matter. Ashwin still an off spinner. So there's. I mean, I know he's a nerd and he's developed a rotational ball and he studied physics to be able to create the spin on a ball and all of that. I truly think that Ashwin should have been there from all my heart. Like, I think he should have been there, but you would have to drop Jadeja. And then you don't know what the balance of the team would have been.
Yeah, मेरे को भी. Sorry, Anu, you're saying something.
No. Kohli said when he was questioned about this at the toss about his omission, and he was like, "Oh, we're going with Jadeja because of what he can do to the left-handed British batsman, right?" So, but we also have to take into account that Ashwin has a very good track record against southpaw, so it's not really an argument that holds. And of course, every time they said, "Oh, there is bite in this wicket, and he's going for the rough and he's scuffing the ball," and my hairs would stand at the back of my neck because I was like, "Come on." But the point is that he's holding fort at one end so that the seamers have a fantastic role to play at the other end, right? So he's done whatever he's done fantastically. So there's nothing against Jadeja. It's just that your heart wants what your heart wants, ultimately.
Correct.
Saurabh Shivarkar has said a brilliant line. Jadeja 3D player hai. Vijay Shankar.
Jadeja 3D player.
3D player hai. That Vijay Shankar. Who kept whom out? Who's that guy? Sorry, I forgot. Ambati Raidu. Yes. But anyway. Yeah, so I absolutely 100% agree with you because मैं भी Twitter पे बहुत गाली खा रहा था about क्योंकि जब भी every time Lord Shardul who's amazing balls and वो अच्छा कर रहा था, everybody was like तू ही तो बोल रहा था अश्विन को लाने के लिए. See, yeah, I think all of us agree with this thing that nobody is saying they play two spinners. It was always Ashwin instead of Jadeja, who is again a fabulous person, but Ashwin is just the world's best spinner right now, and exactly वो physics, chemistry सब सीख के आ गया कि अलग हर बॉल पे वो अलग कुछ कर सकता है. Who has a brilliant record against Southpaw, and let's be honest, Jadeja is not doing great things with the bat, and he's like he उतना भी कोई उसका contribution नहीं रहा है. And even right now in this test जाके Jadeja finally had an impact and took wickets and all, but इतना chance देने के बाद तो अश्विन तो मतलब अश्विन को नहीं भी देना पड़ता, इतना chance वो ले लेता है. So after repeating with that, so anybody would do something.
But Ganguly, he was like Jadeja was sent ahead of Rahane. What are we talking about? There's more confidence in him than in your vice captain right now. And all these stupid jokes like, "Oh, I think Rahane was just in the bathroom. That's why they sent Jadeja." Really? The second time round also? The second innings also?
But it must have been one of those things ना, मैं मूत के आता हूँ 2 seconds and he must have decided to go and तभी wicket गिरा. It could be that also. But now Rahane in the dressing room, but now Rahane in the dressing room will be banned from peeing only क्योंकि तू जब भी मूतने जाता है wicket गिरता है.
This is very Tsitsipas inspired Rahane apparently, who frequently takes toilet breaks at the worst possible time apparently.
And really long toilet.
really long ones as well. It's just such a bizarre thing to be even talk. But yes, we'll shift to tennis later on. But again, just a point of a thought. Agar if Jadeja is considered better than Rahane only, agar wo better ही माना जा रहा है as a batsman than Rahane, then why not just have Jadeja play as the batsman who can bowl? जो हमारे पहले सारे cricketers यही होते थे, सहवाग, Sachin, who could also bowl a little bit, but batsman, and then have Ashwin as a specialist spinner.
My theory on Jadeja is not the Susu theory. My theory on Jadeja is that Jadeja, like I think in the second innings he played a very responsible role, right? Like he batted till the last wicket fell. I mean, by the last wicket fell, I meant the last batsman fell before the tail enders came on in the second innings.
That's him only, no?
Right? Sorry,
no, but
that's
no,
him
no,
only.
no, not Jadeja.
Last batsman fell. I was like, that's him only. Because
no. Yeah, I meant before the tail.
इतना अच्छा खेला.
टेल के पहले ही तो टुकुक टुकुक कर रहा था वो.
नहीं
वो फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में था. मैं 40 साल का है ब्रो.
हाँ, सॉरी ये हर चीज में डिफेंस नहीं ला सकता 40 साल का. मेरा भी 34th बर्थडे हुआ है अभी रिसेंटली. बट हाँ, तो बट आई वाज जस्ट सेइंग कि जडेजा उतना इनिंग्स अच्छा नहीं खेला सेकंड इनिंग्स में भी. इट वाज शार्दुल एंड
फर्स्ट इनिंग्स में अच्छा खेला. 50 कौन मारा?
50 शार्दुल मारा.
अच्छा, वो पंत था, दूसरा लेफ्टी. ओह सॉरी. No, then I don't have a theory.
He's got his lefties mixed up.
Sorry. Guys, I watch it on mute half the time. I'm sitting
I
here,
don't blame
the
you.
TV is there and I'm watching it during work. और मैं ऐसा वीडियो ऑन करके ऐसा फिर मैं नो नथिंग आई जस्ट सॉ मस्कीटो ये कर रहे हैं मैं ऑफिस के बीच में. तो क्या करेगा?
इट्स ओके गाइस, एक्सक्यूज नेविल. ही हैज Bawa has a full time career and so he has a whole life and everything. These are the very different things we don't relate to, so it is very pressurizing. Like मैं तो मतलब वो वाला अलग सीन हो जाता है. बट हाँ, जडेजा बैटिंग में कुछ इतना खास किया नहीं है और फिर भी
then I don't have a theory basically.
Yeah, then that, which is exactly why we kept saying Ashwin should be in the team. But I guess we kept talking about Ashwin being in the team all the time. Anu, you have something to add to that?
No, also that. Like what is in if we're looking just to talk about it, like how many chances is too many chances for one person? Considering our bench strength, like what are we saying? Like if you just go through a little lean patch, you're out because that's just the way things are right now because we have that many players waiting in the wings. So how long of a rope do you give someone who is struggling, who's also a vice captain, but now you think, listen bro, you need to chill?
But how long of a rope? ऐसे because of abundance of talent अभी क्या ऐसे तो विनोद कांबली का सोचो, बेचारे का 53 टेस्ट एवरेज रह गया यार. उसके बाद उसको चांस ही नहीं मिला कभी. एवरीबॉडी इज लाइक आज अभी भी कोट कर रहा है कि उसने ऑस्ट्रेलिया में एक सेंचुरी मारा था and all, but
he was a wild child, no? He's like jumped out of windows and all in hotel rooms. I don't see Rahane doing the same thing with that much swag.
Even if there's fire, I don't see Rahane doing that. Even if there's fire, he'll still take the door. कि एक सेकंड पानी फेंक के जाता हूँ, थोड़ा बेडशीट इनका जल जाएगा, बुरा लगेगा. He's a nice person, very much. But that was not the reason, like for Vinod Kamble. I mean, like the whole thing of giving a person a long rope. मतलब कितना long rope यार? जितना रहाने को long rope मिला उतना तो I really don't see anybody. मतलब मेरे को तो कोहली खुद भी इतना अपने आप को लॉन्ग रोप नहीं देता है यार. वो अपने आप को भी घर पे अगर इतना इनिंग्स मारा नहीं है, वो जाके कोड़े मारता होगा. कुछ गलत बोला क्या मैं? भानु, every time you make that face, I feel little scared that did I say something untoward or say something.
I think it's Anu's like I'm trying to decipher what he has just said face.
No, nothing at all. What rubbish. Decipher. Ganguly.
Okay, Anu, this is okay. I'm a little scared right now. Please, guys, I don't want to say anything to be cancelled.
Like ठोको
already. हाँ, तुम बस like ठोको, please. हाँ, अच्छे, be nice human being. But yeah, so Rahane, for you, what is the thing? Rahane, does he make it to the next team, next match?
मेरे को soft spot है, but I don't know. I mean, I think this is the one that you want to win, and you have to have a team that shows that you want to go out and win. Only so you can get the series. I don't think that...
Guys, Ashwin in ICC T20 World Cup squad.
I read an article that maybe enough. Yeah.
This is real. Is this for real?
क्या बात कर रहे हैं? किधर है?
ICC T20 squad में Ashwin है.
किधर है? Hey, किधर तू किधर पढ़ रहा है?
चैट पे लोग बोल रहे हैं. I'm just happy. I mean, please.
अरे ब्रो, चैट में ये सब कभी-कभी ना चैट ऐसा ही बोल देता है.
ये मजे लेने के लिए मत बोलो यार. बस 3-4 लोग बोल रहे हैं.
Google.
Yes, I've got it. Ayaz Memon also tweeted.
Ashwin is in the squad. Ashwin is in the T20
No wonder
squad.
he's been calmly drinking tea in the stands. Mera number aayega. Maybe not in Old Trafford,
He's
but
been anything but calmly drinking tea, Anu. He's been very passive aggressively drinking tea. He has been killing people with his eyes while drinking.
Bro,
tea.
BCCI का बहुत funny एक tweet है saying Team India squad for ICC Men's T20 World Cup has been announced. उसके नीचे पहला comment है, हाँ तो वो post करना.
इंटरनेट
बहुत
काफी
funny.
ब्रूटली फनी है यार, बहुत
बहुत
ब्रूटली
funny.
इतने मजे ले
Okay,
लेते हैं
so
ना
this is the team. Virat,
विराट
Rohit,
कैप्टन, रोहित शर्मा
KL,
ऑब्वियसली, केएल,
सूर्य कुमार यादव, ऋषभ पंत, ईशान किशन, हार्दिक पांड्या, रविंद्र जडेजा, चाहर, अश्विन, अक्षर पटेल, वरुण चक्रवर्ती, जसप्रीत बुमराह, भुवनेश्वर कुमार, मोहम्मद शामी, स्टैंड बाय पे श्रेयस अय्यर, शार्दुल ठाकुर, दीपक चाहर. That's the squad.
श्रेयस अय्यर स्टैंड बाय पे. शार्दुल को तो होने
has he
से
not
पांड्या है ना.
recovered completely yet? Shreyas Iyer?
नहीं हो गया
Don't
अभी.
know
आई
this.
थिंक he would have recovered. वो आईपीएल
He
खेलेगा.
didn't tell me. Shreyas didn't call me.
No. But you have called Abhijit, na? They're like this.
I know.
Very close, very
I
close.
think they accidentally called Ganguly because his surname is Ganguly.
Yeah. Happens all the time. But that's a great. I
Dada.
genuinely am. I am so happy right now because I've been saying this for the longest time that Ashwin is in the just best phase of his career. So not only should he be playing every single test match, he should be again included in all forms of cricket. So even in T20, even in ODI, he has to be there because he's really in the zone right now. So I'm genuinely happy, and especially because चहल और चहर का कॉम्बिनेशन कुछ सॉरी हाँ वो कुछ कर नहीं पा रहा था एक्चुअली. चहल आई मीन मोस्टली Chahal.
Sorry,
Chahal
former India captain
Chahal,
MS Dhoni, BCCI is saying former India captain MS Dhoni to mentor team for the World Cup.
Yeah, somebody said MSD is back. मेरे को लग रहा था कोई मेरे chat में मजे ले रहा है.
Suddenly I can't
That's
hear
spicing.
Ganguly, so this might be a fault at my end.
Anu,
you can hear
me?
Just give thumbs up if you can hear me also. And okay, so this is my
Neville, I can hear you as well. Neville, I can hear you as well.
When I talk about nonsense.
Okay, guys, but this I'm just happy and let the happiness sink in. Ashwin is back in T20. I'm damn happy, and yes, Ashwin is in the best
I can hear you.
phase of his life, and yes, Neville can also hear it. That's another two good news. One slightly bigger than the other one, but yes, so very happy. Anu, how do you feel about this?
There was a tweet by his wife. It was a video of which I thought was the best sort of satyagraha-ish non-violent stand. A video of his daughter holding a telescope, and Preeti wrote, "The daughter looking for her father Ashwin at the Oval."
She said
nice.
that.
Yes,
said that.
and it was the daughter
Nice.
with the telescope looking onto the field.
Dude, it's
I was
hilarious
like,
because
mic drop.
Yeah, it's
Wow,
great because I mean I remember Tammy Abraham's girlfriend had posted saying your best striker, so many goals, so many this. Tuchel doesn't even put him on the bench, just ripped him a new one, dude.
We will get to that, but on a slight detour, Neville, what do you feel about that? Should Tammy Abraham last season should he have played more? Because for me, he was a damn good striker for Chelsea. Like वो Warner से तो better
was
ही
a
करता
damn
है.
good striker for Chelsea. I agree, but सिंपल है. मैं तेरे को बताता हूँ. चैंपियंस लीग हम लोग जीता. उसका I mean better than that. I mean if we hadn't won Champions League, if we hadn't whatever, then you can say अरे Tammy should have played whatever. जो भी हुआ हम लोग चैंपियंस लीग जीता तो जीता ना. ऐसा भी करके logically.
We'll get to the football later on, but let's now get into that. And MSD has been recalled. No Uzi. How do you feel? Honestly speaking, I'm fine with.
I'm okay.
Uzi
No
not
Dhawan
being
though.
there. No Dhawan.
Shikadawan. No Shikadawan.
Yeah.
Why? He's got one bad news today already.
Oh. I think he
I
knew
was
that for
trying
a
to-
while, but
Yeah, must have known that
to be
for a
fair,
while.
it was not a surprise.
You can't
He
be
didn't
that
find
much
out
of
on
a surprise.
Instagram like the rest of the world.
Dude, I don't even know we should be talking about that. I don't know. But शिखर धवन को तो अभी कैप्टन भी बनाया था ना श्रीलंका के अगेंस्ट जो स्क्वाड गया था.
Yes.
And वो शिखर धवन in T20 has been in the form of his life. He has been killing it in T20.
Correct. But अभी IPL में पता चलेगा their regretful decisions.
But This is just wrong यार. Dhawan should have been in the team. यार ये बहुत देर से ये वाला भी चल रहा है ना कि suddenly we are shifting over से बिल्कुल ही T20 World Cup and everything पे. But since this whole combination of having Kohli and Rohit Sharma as openers, this is just it's just trying to accommodate too many things. Do you guys like what do you feel about it?
कि क्या कि Rohit Sharma should open? Is that your question? Of course.
Kohli should open with Rohit Sharma. Of course, Rohit Sharma तो should be opening everywhere only. अब तो बात ही नहीं रही. But Kohli opening with Rohit Sharma as T20.
I don't think Kohli will open with Rohit Sharma.
उसी पे तो बात हो रही थी इतने दिन से. सब लोग इतनी देर से बात कर रहे थे. Even Kohli has said out that is the thing we are going to, because they are just trying to incorporate Surya Kumar Yadav in the team. So Kohli might be opening with. Otherwise, they would have had a Shikhar. Why was Shikhar Dhawan not in this team? This is so wrong, yaar.
I don't think Kohli will open.
Who will open?
Kohli can't open. Rahul Sharma, what else you want?
Okay.
You're saying KL and Rohit will open.
Yeah.
Who are you saying?
Yeah. Rahul Sharma is not one person.
I also thought, like, who is this new person that Neville is aware of?
Lokesh, Rahul and Rohit Sharma. So he's just combined them.
ये कौन नया प्लेयर है जिसका एड बनाया है नेविल, बट हमें इसके बारे में पता ही नहीं कौन है राहुल शर्मा. बट ओके, fuck, this is a lot of detour and lot of things, but बात वही चल रही है कि Kohli and Rohit Sharma will open, and this has been done so that they can incorporate Surya Kumar Yadav as well. But I'm feeling really bad about this.
What's your playing 11? But Sharma, Rahul, Yadav, Pant, Pandya, Jadeja, Ashwin, Bumrah, Bhuvi, Shami.
मैं गिन ही नहीं पाया अभी 11 थे कि नहीं थे.
अरे 16 प्लेयर है, मैं 5 को छोड़ दिया तो 11 हो गया ना.
मैं नाम सोच रहा. मैं पहली बात तो
मैथ्स क्लासेस नाउ.
मैं पांड्या का देखूंगा कि यार पांड्या आईपीएल में कैसे करता है, बिकॉज पांड्या बहुत सालों से पांड्या मतलब वो चल रहा है और उसका शोल्डर का इंजरी तो भगवान जाने ठीक ही नहीं हो रहा. सो देखते, और लॉर्ड शार्दुल अभी इज किलिंग इट इन एवरीथिंग. सो मेरे को तो लॉर्ड शार्दुल ऑलराउंडर पोजीशन पे धीरे धीरे ना ऐसे ऐसे धक्का देते हुए पांड्या को खाता हुआ नजर आ रहा है. सो आई वुड, इफ फॉर द ऑलराउंडर पोजीशन आई कुड इवन गो फॉर लॉर्ड शार्दुल इंस्टेड ऑफ पांड्या.
We're going to keep saying Lord Shardul now, na? Like that's the thing.
I can clearly see, Anu, you are not really feeling.
No, I'm cool with it. I'm good. I
love that guy.
I mean, I think Lord is a bit much. I think you should just go for Gent Shardul. Gent. Just one level lower. From the house of Shardul. From the house of Thakur. Sorry.
उससे better तो Lord ही बोल दूं या तो normal नाम ही बोल दो. चलो शार्दुल ठाकुर.
Very good. Brought him down. शार्दुल भाऊ.
शार्दुल, हाँ. तो अभी चलो अभी थोड़ा देर वर्ल्ड कप इसके बारे में बाद में बात करेंगे, या कर ही ले क्या. लॉर्ड शार्दुल नॉट इन स्क्वाड.
जो भी करना तेरा स्ट्रीम है यार.
He's a standby player, Lord Shardul.
He's a standby player, Lord Shardul.
Along with Deepak Chahar and Shreyas Iyer.
Along with Deepak Chahar and Shreyas Iyer. Deepak Chahar तो फॉर्म के लिए अच्छा करता है, और Shreyas Iyer for me is a very formidable player, so I really like Shreyas Iyer as well. A lot of intent he shows. Fuck, we are back to intent, but yes. Okay, that was a nice detour, and that was a nice feeling. The fact that Ashwin is back in the T20 World Cup, I'm really happy about this. This is great.
Is Ashwin playing the next test?
I think he should be playing the next test. I really think.
He won't play.
What?
He won't play. I mean, there was a little turn only, they didn't take him. Why will they take him in Old Trafford, dude?
No, Old Trafford has turned. It's one of the most spinning tracks of late. It has most for spinner than any of these comparatively any other. So, matlab, he could be playing. Yeah.
So cutely, you live in hope.
So yeah, we have said these words before also, to be fair. So yeah, let's be little practical. Oh,
I don't know if Ashwin plays in Old Trafford, it'll be bigger news than Ronaldo playing in Old Trafford.
बट हाँ, वो तो कब है मैच? 12th को ही है ना? 12th को है ना यूनाइटेड का मैच?
सैटरडे को है, जब भी वो सैटरडे, व्हाटएवर सैटरडे इज.
हाँ, तो रोनाल्डो तो मेरे ख्याल से खेलेगा ही. मैंने ग्रीनवुड को अपने टीम से भी निकाल दिया, एफपीएल की टीम से. बट हाँ कि
अनु, यू शुड नो दिस, गांगुली इज किलिंग इट इन द कॉमिक्स प्रीमियर लीग.
Oh, yeah, he shows up every week.
Not in the last game week. उससे पहले वाले में अच्छा खेला था. Last game
because last year I won, so this year he's a little aggressive about it.
Oh,
I also flexed in the middle.
I'm it
Is he aggressive
about
or
it.
bitter? Which one?
When
I
was
think he's
I aggressive
aggressively
or
bitter.
Okay, this is getting into familiar, not even uncharted territories, familiar territories of Abhijit bashing. So let's move on from that, guys. Okay,
Yeah.
how did you guys feel about Siraj? Personally, I will just, first you go, Anu. What do you feel about Siraj's
No, I don't
performance?
think he. I don't see him playing the next test. I think Shami's niggle will be fine by then, if there was a niggle, that is. I think he's just emotionally exhausted himself.
Anu's
I
just a
think post
bank of
Lords.
conspiracy theories.
I don't trust Kohli with anything. Like I feel like there's something, like everything is just not as you see it. There's always a reason. That's my theory. Again.
Fair.
Neville,
But yeah, I
sorry.
think Shami will be back. I don't know. This Manjrekar was talking about it. Manjrekar was talking about it, and he said the problem is also like in Australia. It was team up for Siraj. He was really successful, and here for some reason he's also got very excited by the scramble scene. So it's like a child with a new toy. Like he's gone for it, and like it's not the variation. It's not the once in a way. It's the constant. So and he's just looked a bit out of sorts. I think he's exhausted himself by trying to one up Kohli with energy and intensity.
That's the most
What the
energy
fuck
I've
does
seen
he turn
Neville
around
for
and
the
see, dude?
longest time, dude. I've never seen Neville do anything remotely similar to that. Neville, can you please do that again? This is historic.
But I'm just saying, who the fuck does he turn around and say this to, dude? Who does he do
Siraj?
it to? Like the
Ajay
English,
Kohli.
no, Kohli. The English dressing room. I don't know. Who does he do it to?
The Bumrah Papa, that one that
Not
everyone
the
got so upset
Bumrah.
about.
Every time there's a wicket, he's standing at first slip, he'll turn around and look at somebody and go, who is he doing it
तो
to?
वो तो सिराज विकेट लेने के बाद यूं करता रहता है.
That's
Everybody
why
is
I'm saying,
like,
who is he doing this to?
अरे सब
This
उसकी
is,
तारीफ ही कर रहे हैं तो उनको चुप
doing it to his, I think he's doing it to people like Anu, who are critical of him.
No,
Like
I
Anu.
love him. I have no this thing. But I just feel like now little bit you can relax. It's a lot, otherwise it's a lot.
Yeah.
My thing about Siraj or anything is just I'm very happy to have seen a phase where Indian fast bowlers can take 20 wickets in 2 innings. I am just extremely happy to see that. I never thought I would growing up in the 90s, where you had 2.5 fast bowlers, literally 2.5 fast bowlers.
And 90s was probably better than 80s and 70s where Sunil Gavaskar को कभी-कभी new ball दे रहे थे. तो yeah, it's basically
I
anybody
don't know,
who has
but
lived
I'm
life.
saying you still had a Prabhakar or a Dev or somebody who swung the ball a little bit. You had 3 or 4. You had something. 90s
Those
so
slow
apart from
ones.
and that till your namesake came along and moved that stupid forward short leg fielder in a test match, which nobody would ever use because no ball came this high to get caught there. And we would just place one fielder there, and Srinath would come and bowl like. And dude, one of our fast bowlers' fastest, most lethal delivery was the slower leg cutter.
Venkatesh Prasad, yeah.
He was his most lethal delivery was a slower leg cutter. क्या बोल रहे हैं हम लोग यार? Dude, एक बंदा था देबाशीष मोहंती, वो सिर्फ कनाडा में बोल कर सकता है और किधर नहीं कर सकता था. Anywhere else he would bowl, he would just not work. Then we had Abe Kuruwila who lasted for 4 games.
I think Devashish Mohanty and Abe Kuruvilla right now are at a very important position with BCCI with respect to bowling या कुछ वो bowling वो कुछ तो वो है दोनों का साथ में position है. But
Dude, we never played Praveen Mamre. Like we played Praveen Amre. We never played him. Like I'm saying, like it's just I don't know, it's weird. फिर वो एक कश्मीर का एक था ना in the late 90s, early 2000s, Ranji में. He was bowling at some 140, 147 or something like that, dude. And we didn't play him also. So it's just, I don't know.
now
Do
Neville
you
is just
remember a
showing
bowler
off
called
his-
David Johnson who played one
Yeah.
series in South Africa with a mushroom haircut?
Who is this?
Yeah.
I have no
There's a
idea.
video of this damn series. I think he lasted one series.
Dude, there was one guy called Atul Badade. He was a batsman. He batted 3 games. Okay. And in one game, he killed it in Baroda against Pakistan, I think it was. Made some we were losing that game and we lost the game also. May not be Pakistan. Chat will correct me because of my age, but whatever. He was batting and 85 in some lesser balls or whatever in those days. It was unreal how he's batted. And I was like big fan of Atul Badade. Looked like Rana Tunga, but got thrown out of the team.
यार वो याद है कनितकर का since we are talking about वो thing Kanitkar's that 4 that got got him in the team for at least good 20-25 matches of just nothingness. Kanitkar 316 chasing के वक्त he scored the boundary and India won the match na. So after that single boundary got him in the team for so many matches. So yes, it is this team is definitely very different from that, but coming back to Siraj ko hona chahiye ki nahi. So yes, I also agree with what you were saying. Siraj, I really love Siraj. He's bloody amazing. He's damn good and he puts his heart out. But I think he's just become little emotionally spent because कब तक तुम इतने charged up रहोगे and as you were saying, trying to one up manship of towards Kohli कि भाई मैं ज़्यादा जोश वाला बंदा हूँ and Kohli उसको शांत कर रहा है. So I think he's just become very emotionally spent and I think he should take a rest, kind of a breather for the next match, and Mohammad Shami should be playing. So it should be Mohammad Shami definitely should be back for me. Neville, you have any opinion around that? Would you want to keep Siraj in the team, persist with him, or what do you feel?
No, Shami, please bring.
What about Ishant? Should Ishant play or no?
Fuck, that is pretty genuine. Yeah, you got it spot on, man.
No, but you know what Ishant's voice is, right? Ishant's voice is Kunal Kamra's uncle in the video.
Yeah.
So Kunal Kamra's Buddha uncle.
हमारे जवान
is Ishant Sharma. So when I was talking to Kamra, I was like, "ये आवाज किसका है?" तो like, "अरे ईशान शर्मा का है, bro." I was like, "Yeah, it is Ishant's voice."
Did you hear UV's birthday wish to him, where he's imitating him? It was damn entertaining. Yeah.
The biggest find of this series has been DK's commentary. So refreshing. Don't think he'll be able to say half the things on Star Sony, what he says on Sky. Yes, absolutely. I agree with it. Dinesh Karthik has been killing it as a commentator. And Sanjay Manjrekhar's bitterness on seeing Dinesh Karthik do well has been also very fabulous to watch. It is, when he keeps saying, up and coming broadcaster towards Dinesh Karthik. Oh man, the bitterness in him. You feel that I am bitter for my FPL performance? You should see Sanjay Manjrekhar's bitterness. But yes. Okay, now let's guys, let's Lord Shardul पे बात करनी है और कि about his innings and about what all he did and for something I think
is Lord Shardul in the next match?
For me, for sure.
He should have won man of the match for this only instead of giving it to
So Rahane out, Jadeja out, Ashwin in, Shardul in. Shami
Jadeja out नहीं हो सकता. Jadeja out नहीं हो सकता after this match. Jadeja कैसे out हो सकता है?
Then Ashwin won't play.
Yeah, पिछले matches के वक्त नहीं खेला. तो अभी कैसे जडेजा को ड्रॉप कर सकता है if they did not drop him. So this match he has actually done well with the ball. So the only way Ashwin can play in this is if they say
Jadeja gets a niggle.
That is of course over there. that was also a situation. उसके घुटने में वो एक्सरे भी कराने गया था जिसको लेकर मेरे को बहुत बुरा लगा था. But एक उम्मीद की किरण जागी थी कि शायद अब अश्विन को उसके चक्कर में जगह मिल जाए. But that's also not going to happen. So right now he seems pretty hale and hearty as well. Not that I'm complaining. Jadeja should be healthy. But the only way it happens is if they say that Jadeja is a full-on batsman only and play him instead of Rahane. And then Ashwin plays as the specialist spinner, which is something that I really don't see happening.
That's not going to happen.
Once is a mistake, twice is a choice, thrice is a habit, Ganguly. And now this is the fourth time. So now fifth ka kya abhi?
Okay,
I don't.
Yeah, sorry.
I think I agree with you guys. I don't think Ashwin will be there. But yeah, we want him to be there. But at whose expense is the question really?
इतने दिन से जडेजा ड्रॉप नहीं हो तो अब कैसे जडेजा ड्रॉप होगा? अब अगर उल्टा हो भी सकता है because Kohli is like fuck you, he's like तो you expect the unexpected. मैं रघु राजीव जैसा वाला feeling कर दे कि now you think Jadeja would be playing, screw it, now I'm dropping Jadeja for Ashwin. You wanted Ashwin, you get Ashwin. So that's the only way that can happen, but I don't see that happening actually. But talking about that, guys, did you feel the same thing towards Lord Shardul? Anu, that he deserved the man of the match award.
Absolutely, 2 half centuries. made and made such a difference, right? That 190 was all thanks to him. So critical. Also, 2 of Kapil Dev's records have been smashed. The fastest 50. No. I think his second fastest 50. Kapil's was in 30 balls and Jarvo's was in 31 or something. He's amazing. I always say he's this generation's Manoj Prabhakar, just more talented. But anyway, I don't know. I always think of Manoj Prabhakar when I look at him.
But he does. But he has a Manoj Prabhakar feel.
Hey, na? I also feel, yeah.
Guys, it doesn't feel like a compliment every time you say this. Every time you say this, it feels
no,
like
he has a Manoj Prabhakar. I'm saying even when he comes into bowl, he's got that little from the back. If you sort of like see it, if Manoj Prabhakar had HD cameras when he was bowling, I think you'd
like बाल लंबे थे मनोज प्रभाकर के तो.
Yeah.
नहीं.
हाँ.
Then later on, he went through a phase.
Anil Kapoor वाले बाल like.
That was in the early 90s, every man in the country had Sanjay Dutt hair. Yeah. So what were you saying?
हाँ तो शार्दुल ठाकुर का थोड़ा ना वैसा हेयर स्टाइल है और शार्दुल ठाकुर.
No, but also important wickets, na. He got Pope like in that first innings when he was like 81. He got Root in the second. So there also been important wickets that although he didn't like bowl like phenomenally wow in that first innings, but I think all in all it's a no-brainer that he should have got it as far as
he's one of those dipply-dopply bowlers what they say
again Manoj Prabhakar. Yes. Okay, but one sec. Speaking about this thing of man of the match. Oh God, again controversial. I think in that the first match where KL Rahul got man of the match, where he made some.
The century.
Second test.
The century.
Second test. Which India won. Yeah.
Which India won, right? I don't think KL Rahul should have won it. Gotten.
I agree with that too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
What does it take for a bowler to win man of the match? Please tell me.
Be an Englishman.
करेगा क्या आदमी?
Be an Englishman because in the last fucking test, Ollie Robinson did win the man of the match. So apparently India को जब भी जीतना होता है और India को man of the match होता है, वो bowler को देखते ही नहीं है. क्या है ये?
I don't get only player of the match. I just don't understand why can't it be like a bowler for a change, especially when they've bowled them out twice. I don't get it. Anyway.
And Gavaskar's like, what can I say? It's just a batsman's game. And we're like, no, Sunny, no, don't say that.
सुनील गावस्कर तो यार वो मेरे को लगता है वो कुछ दिन में ना उसके कुछ फिक्सेटेड पॉइंट्स है लाइक हिज दैट पॉइंट व्हिच ही हैज टू से अबाउट 10,000 टाइम्स कि स्लिप को थोड़ा आगे आ जाना चाहिए ऑन द थर्ड डे और द फोर्थ डे ऑफ द मैच ही विल मेक दैट सेम पॉइंट. मैं बड़ा हुआ वो पॉइंट सुनते सुनते उसका कि मतलब मेरे को पता है कि अब जब अगर पहला एज होगा सुनील गावस्कर अभी बोलने वाला है ऑलवेज ऑन द फोर्थ डे ऑफ द मैच the slips should come a meter up. They should be standing next to the keeper. The points he
and
gets
out of vengeance, when you are playing after 30 overs, you will not step in front. Just Sunil Gavaskar ने बोला था नहीं करेगा मैं. No, I saw Sunil Gavaskar got angry in one extra innings or something about
Nasir Hussain.
About Mankading, dude. I've never seen him lose his mind that much. He was like, these people who just follow foreign journalists blindly, stupid people without reading. Please go and read what Mankad is. And all. I'm like, but bro, it's called Mankading because he did it twice in one series. That's how it got the name. Means beyond that, what it is? Tell me. I don't understand. He got very angry.
What was his point? His point was that's not the reason we should be remembering.
That you shouldn't be calling it Mankading. You shouldn't be defacing a legend of the game.
Which, to be honest, I agree with that. Like, it's not fair. But अब उसका नाम है तो इतना क्या ही stress है? या तो फिर नाम बदल दो. मतलब या तो basically you get it. Like अभी मतलब in his mind, Vinu Mankad is a very sacrosanct kind of a person, and if he's just being remembered just for this one thing, वो शायद भड़क रहा है. तो I kind of, but. अभी वो नासिर हुसैन पे गुस्सा हो गया था because Nasir Hussain said that this is not he was complimenting the current Indian team. He was saying this is not the Indian team that was bullied earlier. And उस पे Nasir Hussain पे वो गुस्सा हो रहा है. What do you mean we were bullied? We were never bullied. We also had very strong, resolute people. Nasir like अरे बूढ़े यार stress कर रहा है यार.
Dude, कभी-कभी Dominic Cork भी कुछ भी बोलता है ना. मतलब सवाल कुछ और है, कुछ और ही बोलता है Dominic Cork. पक्का बॉलर है वो आदमी.
यार मुझे जेन्युइनली एक बात बताओ, मुझे लगता है इंग्लैंड यूके इसे फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड बोलते हो, उधर इंटरनेट नहीं पहुंचा है। उधर उधर इतना लैग होता है ना इंटरनेट का, सब कुछ का, कुछ का भी। एवरी टाइम इवन यू सी वन ऑफ दोस क्विक बज फकिंग वीडियोस, उसमें हमेशा माइकल वॉन 15 सेकंड तो उसका आवाज ही नहीं आता है। तो इधर जो भी बोलो फर्स्ट वर्ल्ड
Maybe
I
it's
में
a
think that they've
सीईओ
done
ने
on
मचा दिया
purpose
इंटरनेट
though,
पे।
because it's
तो
Michael
आधा
Vaughan.
तो
they have
maybe
to you know that 7 second delay that they keep for television, no, just in case. I think it's that intentional delay that they're keeping for Michael Vaughan.
But Michael Vaughan is good as a while analysis is good, but on Twitter he just becomes a troll, which is something I don't get it.
But
Like,
I
why
think
is he
he's
reduced?
I think it's that. I think it's his intentional character. I don't
हाँ,
think that
he's becoming heel
Just
commentator
like
है वो.
Manjrekar, it's his intentional character that's
हाँ.
now become his full character.
Manjrekar is just a shitty human being. I beg to differ
Hey,
on that.
ये सब अभी
I have my reasons, Neville. If you again say A to that, I will just give you a list of reasons why I hate Sanjay Manjrekar. I have a long
I,
list.
So we
Whoever
don't
who
want
has
to go
heard
down
it
that
five
path.
times.
Huh.
WhatsApp.
Yeah, sorry,
Let's
sorry.
move on to
So,
US Open.
So, no, let's not move on to US Open. Let's talk about two things first. Guys, Bumrah appreciation thoda sa to banta hai about that Bumrah spell of, the 6 overs where he just went crazy. And it was like just brilliant bowling by Bumrah. A lot has been spoken about Bumrah and how great his spell was. And it was kind of injustice to him that he just got 2 wickets. He should be totally deserve वो, which I agree with. क्या यॉर्कर वॉर्कर मार रहा था रूट रखने के लिए, but a little bit of credit should be also given to Kohli for his field positioning, because he just stifled the runs for England so much. So that was really great. On like, Kohli is not appreciated for these kind of things, although he gets a lot of flack for the things in which he screws up. So Kohli did really good field positioning and everything, and yeah, Bumrah had a fucking fantastic spell. Yeah.
I think, honestly speaking, I think Bumrah is a fucking genius bowler. Like, I think he's not just a find. Like, I think he's really outstanding. So, Bumrah बहुत amazing. And I mean, it's not just that. I mean, he also uses the crease really well. It's not just that one stock delivery that he keeps doing. He goes wide of the crease. He comes back. This, that, and the other. At some point, I don't know. Yeah, I really like him. I truly like him.
Do you think he's the world's best bowler right now in all formats?
I thought it was Ashwin.
Ashwin, no? I thought.
Pacer, guys, pacer.
No, I don't think world's best. I think
Who will be?
I think there are a few others.
Who's better than Bumrah in all formats? I'm saying, not just in say Test or not just in say ODI or something like that. I think in all formats, if you combine all the formats, I don't think there's a better pacer than Bumrah right now. He's the best.
वो कौन था अपना ऑस्ट्रेलियन का था ना एक
Pat Cummins.
Pat Cummins.
स्टार्क जब से सैंडपेपर इंसिडेंट हुआ है, उसका रिवर्स स्विंग मैजिकली बंद हो गया है। तो वो तो नहीं हो सकता। तो टेस्ट में भी वो उतना लीथल नहीं रहा। एंड इन लिमिटेड ओवर्स क्रिकेट बुमराह तो खतरनाक ही अलग लेवल पे। यू नो व्हाट ही इज गोना डू। पहला ओवर डालेगा, दूसरा ओवर 11th ओवर में रोहित शर्मा उसको
करवाएगा। आई मीन फक, स्टाइन तो रिटायर हो गया अभी, बट yeah, I think that, I mean, he's up there. I think that he's still not the best. I'm assuming hopefully there's scope for improvement.
But
I
also
think
you're looking at what, a fifth day where everyone went in saying flat, century opening partnership from England. And then this magic reverse swing. I mean, to think that we have extracted and exploited something the pitch that their own bowlers haven't managed to do. We delayed taking the new ball because things were going so well. And even those 2 wickets, he also spearheaded like a downfall of those 4 quick wickets, right? In like some 6 runs or something to give. And also he was going at a clip. I think it was like 88 miles per hour or something. It wasn't he was, and
steaming in.
Yeah, it's like that. No, you catch your sur, like you've caught it and that's it, and then you're on song.
Dipply dopply.
Not for Bumrah, yaar. Chat is giving some interesting options. They are saying Pat Cummins. Pat Cummins, I think, he's obviously, Pat Cummins is bloody fantastic, but yeah, because of his long injury and all that, I don't think itne saalon se wo dono, I don't think limited overs cricket mein he can be compared to Bumrah for one. I think in Test cricket for sure. Test cricket mein to I would say James Anderson is obviously the best right now. He's a living legend, but I don't think if you combine all forms of cricket, Bumrah has to be number one. He's just easy. easy number one pacer for me. Josh Hazelwood तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं limited overs cricket में. Somebody was saying that. So Hazelwood तो बिल्कुल ही नहीं. But yeah. So yes. Super stuff by Bumrah. And जो भी हमने कभी पहले अगर बुमराह के बारे में बोला था आफ्टर द WTC फाइनल्स, कहाँ सुनी माफ, सॉरी गाइस, बुमराह इज द बेस्ट, ईस्ट और वेस्ट. यस. एंड ओके टीम्स, लेट्स just a quick thing of towards English squad. So Butler is back because he had basically taken a paternity leave for his second bacha being born. And while Neville seems so interested right now, dude, you're looking so sleepy. I'm so sorry.
No, I'm not sleepy. I'm not sleepy. I'm listening to you. I'm just like resting my head.
हाँ, तो Butler वापस आ गया. तो I'm assuming Butler वापस आएगा. तो and even that guy Jack Leach. He has been got,
but he's not playing. Root said he's still going to go for Moeen Ali, and he said we're not going to need two spinners. If we need two spinners, obviously Leach will come in the team. So now the toss-up is between Bairstow and Ollie Pope. Now, how do you drop Ollie Pope when he's?
Why did they get Leach at all? If Joe Root has already said that they are not going for
Who knows? Who knows? Also, by the way, Anderson and this thing are not confirmed for because they're, I mean,
obviously,
not feeling up to 4 straight.
40 साल का है यार Anderson.
Yeah.
Anderson is older than Neville, dude. Like, of
no,
course,
no, he's as old as I am. Anderson is as old as I am.
Neville, I think you can increase your fitness in that case.
Ganguly, you've seen me play football. Cannot.
Yes.
Cannot.
I've seen you. You're a brilliant keeper, by the way. I will give you full respect for that. Amazing keeper. But
बचपन में कीपर था, उतना ही है अभी भी reflex.
I saw you go out of breath while keeping, which was a little worrisome for me. That why is he going out of breath while goalkeeping? This is
Right.
a little strange. But yes. So yeah, James Anderson कितना bowling करेगा यार? वो बेचारा कर करके थक गया है और वो भी उनका main bowler है. पागलों की तरह over ही करे जा रहे हैं. So I do think yeah, James Anderson probably. But if James Anderson goes, Mark Wood is back again. So yeah, Mark Wood might be playing. So it could be Mark Wood, Ollie Robinson.
साला
and
Wood अच्छा bowler है यार.
थोड़ा तेज भी तो करता है उनका, otherwise बहुत यूनिडायमेंशनल वो हो जाता है.
Wood अच्छा bowler है यार.
नहीं अच्छा bowler.
4 बार आउट किया उसने क्रिकेट 19 में.
Fair enough. One of Wood's many accomplishments, I would say. But yes, वैसा मतलब that वैसे तो आर्चर बहुत सारा को.
Who has back-end access? How many people are watching? How many people have liked? What is the ratio? ये थोड़ा पता करते हैं.
हाँ मैं पता करता हूँ. But slight heads up, Neville. This is a baby channel. अभी start हो रहा है. So the numbers are not that huge.
It doesn't matter. 10 लोग भी होएगा, लेकिन 10 लोग होएगा तो 10 लाइक तो होना चाहिए ना.
हाँ तो 224 watching, 185 like and 1 dislike.
ये तो गलत है ना.
हाँ
गलत है ना. 200 लाइक
बनना चाहिए ना. हाँ आदित्य भारद्वाज स्पैम कर रहा था कुछ लिखते हुए, but his message has been deleted, so we can't see. Yeah, so but last message is no one beats Bumrah in all 3 formats right now. Completely agreed. And so what were you saying, Anu? Who comes? So Jack Leach is not in the team for you, or Joe Root has said this?
No. Joe Root said Moeen will retain his place, and now of course since Joss Butler is back, he becomes vice captain. So now then, who do you get rid of? Ollie Pope or Johnny Bairstow? That is,
and he was
question.
iffy about the who is the person they will drop between those two, right?
Yeah, that he hasn't said any, but he said that Anderson and Robinson are not cleared for Old Trafford yet.
I mean, Anderson को बहुत पीठ में दर्द हो रहा होगा यार. I mean, he must be having a lot of backache right now. So I'm assuming he will definitely be taking a backache. How much? And just imagine if Pujara, one proper Pujara innings, he will just make him suicidal, dude.
Every time I see Anderson come out to bat at tweeters, I just say like, you power him. Like he has that face about him, you know, that you never felt like you'd feel sorry for him. When he comes out to bat, you can just make out like, dude, like I've bowled my heart out. Enough now. Don't make me bat also. No,
but he's a very mean guy, okay, Anderson. He's a very...
It's okay, yeah. As if we are any less. We can also take it, nah, it's fine.
Yeah. I'm not saying, apne bhi bahut sare hai, but he has a lot of these tactics of, you know, covering his mouth while giving gali, and also that lip read bhi na ho paye. He has all these strategies and tactics.
If I tell you an interesting thing on Kohli, I think VVS Lakshman said that, you know, that he's so passionate and he has this positive aggression, and honestly, I felt he would run out of intensity because his level is so hard to sustain, but somehow he has, you know what I mean? So it's not a put on thing, it's just him. And someone tweeted to say, has anyone ever noticed that he smiles a lot more now. It's like he's enjoying the fact that it is a game, because at the end of the day, you all forget that it is a game, right? So even at moments we are thinking, my God, there is a certain like levity about him in this tense situation. That's to be appreciated at some level.
Correct.
For sure.
Correct. Agreed. There is no rebuttal from my side, man. I agree.
But he's getting so much of, and it was weird only, he was getting flack for, doing all this to the Bami army and all that, but he's it's a great thing, no? He's getting everybody up and all, and he's being almost an orchestra to the audience and all. And because test match to वैसे थोड़ा festival वाला माहौल भी हो जाता है, वो ये सब कर रहे हैं. It's good fun only. Why are these people saying that it's like?
Dude, but what is it with this Jarvo, dude? How does he like? It's like, as comedians also, we don't know sometimes when to end a joke. No, I was like, Jarvo का वही problem है.
No, but I think in the fifth test he's going to do something even bigger. Like it doesn't make.
What will he do?
I don't know. He'll
something
Ronaldo
bigger can just be a blast or something now. Like वो क्या
No.
करेगा और
नहीं.
इससा और क्या करेगा यार? Like will he take the umpire's position now? Like what can he do? He was almost I think he थोड़ा सा उसका shoulder भी लगा किसी को ना इस वाले में. Somebody
no, elbow.
No, he came to Johnny Bairstow.
Oh, that time. Oh, I understood. No. He came and he did some nonsense.
But he's in jail.
Like
right
they
now.
arrested
He
him
was
now.
jailed for sure. Yeah,
They
he got
arrested him now.
arrested.
I was like, so cute.
Yeah, imagine a brown guy with a beard trying.
No, but I'm just saying, like,
instead of Jarvo.
like I think was there a tweet or something where there was an op-ed piece which made like super sense, which said that if this was an Indian fan, there is no way that this would have been tolerated, because you are not even looking at player safety, right? Because you're coming onto the pitch without a mask. You're coming that close to players, you're interacting with these players, and you're doing nothing. I mean, to a point where Jarvo is tweeting pictures from his balcony and all. Like, so, I mean, you've not really taken action. I mean, have you charged him with anything? I mean, he's done it 4 times now. So what is it that you are waiting for? And I'm no ill will to him. Like in football, streakers are a thing. In football, people coming onto the field are a thing, etc.
But not every match same streaker can come. यार, back to back every match if same streaker comes, तो football वाले भी सोचेंगे क्या चल रहा है भाई, हम बेवकूफ थोड़ी है.
I know.
Rather Jarvo not streak though. Already seen enough.
अबे तुम बाकी सबका छोड़ो, शाहरुख को क्या लग रहा होगा यार कि मैं वांगडे में को काटने सुना दिया, मैं शाहरुख खान है और यहाँ पर जस्ट अ नॉर्मल एवरेज जार्वो फकिंग 69 डाल के अपने बार करे जा रहा है ये सब. तो यहाँ पे मतलब it's not funny. Crack करे जा रहा है. But
also all the security are these brown guys. So it's like these 4 brown guys running after white Jarvo.
वैसे ज्यादा बोलते नहीं है, पता नहीं कल को मॉर्निंग विद सौरभ के साथ जार्वो के साथ ही बात करना हो. Next thing you know, hi Jarvo, nice, good stuff, very funny.
Apparently Jarvo hereditary walk onto the fielder hai. His dad also has apparently done this. I was reading an article somewhere.
What the fuck are you saying? That's hilarious.
Continuing in illustrious footsteps. Wow.
That is
I want to be like daddy when I grow up.
Correct.
That is so funny. Seriously.
Yeah.
Neville has that face where it's tough to make out if he's joking or if he's...
No. Legit. Wait, let me just Google it. I'll tell you the exact article also. Jarvo dad. What should I write? Streaker, no, na?
Definitely not a streaker. He has his clothes on.
Cricket.
Thank God for that.
Jarvo cricket. Runner onto field.
The keywords you're going for, Neville.
Just do Jarvo's dad, I think.
Yeah.
Should suffice.
I can't find it only. Oh fuck, मेरे को runner कुछ.
Anirudh Dhawan is saying yes, his dad did it 30 years ago.
Oh, there. I wasn't lying.
See, like we won at Oval 50 years later, anniversary. See, here's the anniversary of another sort also for Mr. Jarvo.
Nice. Apparently, by the way, guys, Twitter is full, like going crazy about Dhoni being the mentor. So nobody is as much talking about the other things in the team. Of course, Ashwin's
like the
inclusion in
COVID
team
situation, by the way. I thought like this test match wouldn't continue as well. I was like, oh, great. Now what? There is one more possibility.
Anu, that is Premier League. Considering 14 players, I think are totally banned now. Hilarious. Too funny. Edison can't play.
Yeah, we'll get. Yeah. That's
Many players.
okay. Shall we now? Are we done with cricket, or
Yeah.
do we discuss the T20 World Cup a little?
No.
20
No,
squad.
we are
Yeah,
done.
we have
Now
discussed.
we're done.
Okay.
Bro,
Dhoni is.
1 घंटा से हम लोग तेरा Zomato delivery order और cricket की
Yeah.
बात कर रहे हैं.
Zomato delivery order बस 3-4 मिनट था. Neville, don't make me feel bad about it. Okay, there's no reason. Like,
अच्छा,
okay,
public ने
fine.
like किया क्या 200 लाइक आया है क्या? तो फिर हम लोग फुटबॉल का बात करेगा, वरना हम लोग एंड कर देगा स्ट्रीम.
209 likes. Yes, Neville was. Neville. That's a good point. I think threatening behavior works. I will definitely make a mental
मैं
note of
टी-शर्ट
that
उतार
behavior.
देगा, मैं अब भी बोल रहा है. मेरे
क्या
को
कर देगा?
वरना मैं टी-शर्ट उतार देगा. 250 लाइक चाहिए मेरे को आधे घंटे में. चलो.
टी-शर्ट 250 लाइक आने पर टी-शर्ट उतारोगे?
नहीं, अगर 250 नहीं आया मैं टी-शर्ट उतारेगा.
It's like a Poonam Pandey type threat. I don't know.
But it's in the reverse threat, no? Because
Yeah, that's what.
so I'm saying if I don't get it, I will take it out. So don't act smart. Go. I'm just saying, guys, go take your dad's phone, mom's phone, brother's phone, sister's phone, wife's phone, whatever's phone. Take the phone, start the video, like it, and fuck off. Don't do anything with it. But just like it from other sources. Algorithm बढ़ाता है.
He's very professional. Yeah. See, Abhijit, just see. Damn good.
Neville just made me realize that मैं अगर डे जॉब नहीं भी छोड़ता खास उखाड़ नहीं पाता. It was overall good only that मैं डे जॉब छोड़ दिया. This level of professionalism, I don't think I could have been able to do that. Cartwheel to topless roll floor. अभी रिक्वेस्ट आने लग गए guys.
पहले तुम 250 लाइक करो, उसके बाद बात करेंगे. चलो.
Okay. Yes, that's a good point. Thank you, Neville, and keep making these valid, amazing points. But let's move on to football, guys. Lot of international fixtures happened. A lot of
Hey, 1 minute. I have always been confused. Anu, what club you support? Because
I have to support Manchester United.
That's exactly
That's
what
the
she says
family
all the
club.
time. That's what
Achha,
she says
United.
all the time.
Because
No, but she look at the framing of the sentence.
No, her Instagram is very confusing. Yeah. Sometimes she's complimenting somebody else. Sometimes I'm like, what is up?
Like amongst countries, I support France. But if you look at English
France?
Premier League, then
Why
Man
France?
United. I don't know. I like them. Plus, I learned French and also I feel like a kinship.
Same here. I learned German. That's
But you
partly
learned
the reason
English also, Anu.
But never. I did all my levels at the Alliance. In my diplôme supérieur, I did.
I did 6 semesters. Okay, 6
Right.
semesters. Science tak I did German. Okay, it requires a lot of
Was
effort.
ist das?
Ich kann, du kannst auch Deutsch sprechen. Okay, this is
I
not
did
my
one
problem.
summer course. Anyway,
Oh, guys, shit.
What is that
chappal
noise?
टूट गया, bro.
It's a great
What a
point on
life. I
sports
have to now
podcast.
shop for a chappal. What is my life come to?
Without your
Amazon
T-shirt
it.
on. I mean,
No.
How did-
I don't look at myself without my t-shirt on. That's how bad it is. So
okay,
I
now
wouldn't.
please explain this situation, this Brazil versus Argentina thing. Huh?
No, first
For
I
me,
want to
that's
explain.
so-
Neville, please explain the situation. How can in the middle of a stream chappal कैसे टूट सकता है? Middle of a stream.
Because I'm very fidgety, right? So, and I'm also like super anxious as a person. So sometimes ऐसा anxiety bout होता है तो अगर मैं नाखून नहीं चबा रहा है क्योंकि अभी खत्म हो गया मेरा नाखून तो मैं पैरों so I do that thing with the chappal like you know where you put your leg sideways. मैं उठा के दिखाऊं क्या? ये करता हूँ.
It's already streaker behavior पे आ रहे हैं हम. But so you
ऐसे
basically
बोल रहा है. So as a result, on that weight, it snapped the chappal. That's all.
and you were trying to snap the chappal basically.
I was
and now
not.
you
I
were
was
successful.
I was just fidgeting. Like I was just doing things that are fidgeting. Like if you just look at everything to fidget with, there is enough to fidget in my life. मैं lead तोड़ दिया इसका. ये सब. मैं थोड़ा है anxious person तो मैं कुछ नहीं कर सकता.
ये fidgety is a different word. Destructive is the word I think we are going for.
Yeah, but my fidgeting reached to destruction. I'm clumsy. Sorry.
Baby
Now you
steps,
want-
Abhijit.
Now you want to discuss?
Fidgety leads to.
Yes.
Now you
चिराग
want to-
अलेक्जेंडर बीच में है सर बीच में बंगाली बोलो ना हाँ बांग्ला ते की बोलते पारी সবকিছু বাংলাতে বলতে পারি but let's move on to Argentina Brazil versus Argentina guys. Yes, Anu, what were you asking?
No, my question is this level of miscommunication quite normal that, we don't know the quarantine rules, the game is allowed to kick
Some
off,
of them
then
have lied, Anu. Some of them have lied. It's hilarious. Somebody has said that one Premier League game or something that they played. I don't have the names in front of me, but somebody said that the game that the Premier League game that they played happened in Croatia in their immigration form.
Wow.
So they were let into the country. My problem is that how can you let big players come into the country? But I mean, ऐसा नहीं है कि नेविल जाके बोल रहा है ना मैं क्रोएशिया से आ रहा है. मतलब दिग्गज लोग आ रहा है ना. So I'm saying anyway. So I don't also.
मैच टेलीकास्ट हो रहा होगा उनका शायद उधर. मैच देखा होगा लोगों ने.
Correct.
मतलब हाँ.
And also I'm assuming, aren't there like, isn't there like a team protocol thing? I mean, I'm saying like when we go on tour, there's somebody who's handling all our paperwork, like, and we are nothing. Like I'm saying, like we are not, like Anu had the good old days of first class travel, but as TV celebrity. But when we go out, when we go on tour or whatever, there's a manager or something who is handling at least some of the paperwork, right? We don't know what the hell is happening. So I'm assuming these guys would have done it, yeah. How can you lie on an immigration form? I think they should go to prison. Fuck, like being like.
But Messi also is like,
Suarez
no
also
one
did it,
told
no?
us.
Messi pe, sorry, I'm on the thing. Oh, I'm on a different stream. No, I can talk about Messi nicely.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. I don't know where. Like, I just don't know where that. Like, who is at fault? Is it the Football Association? Is it FIFA? Is it the airport authorities? Is it your team management? I don't.
But I feel right now, after this second incident also, basically to give people who are seeing this context, but I'm pretty sure certain everybody would be aware only. Argentina, so Brazil authorities were very, how do you put it subtly, not very pleased about the fact that these guys did not reveal properly. These 3-4 players of Argentina did not reveal properly कि वो England से आए थे, because since UK has Brazil on a red list, even Brazil was like, fuck you, you will put us on red list, we will also put you on red list. So these guys, anybody coming from UK had a mandatory 15-day quarantine, which of course was not possible because they had a match after that. And so because of that, 3 days before they had come, and all this accumulated to them, like the match being stopped after 5 minutes had been played, and apparently they were very interesting 5 minutes also. So yeah, it would have been a cracker of a match, but the match got stopped, and these players, match se pehle bhi, like when the health officials were outside the dressing room, these guys had locked up inside, which is just sounding so funny ki match se pehle they have locked themselves inside and uske बाद सीधा match पे चले गए, and after 5 minutes of that the match is being stopped. So it's a lot of craziness. But after this recent incident of the fact that the Brazilian authorities have now wanted are now wanting the people from like the Brazilian team players who were not released by the clubs to not play anymore in this week's match. This is what has gotten me, like, this seems like they are just screaming for attention. Neville, have we lost you? Neville,
No,
are you
I'm
no.
looking at I'm finding the
down.
players.
Okay.
The players are Thiago Silva, Alisson, Firmino,
Yeah.
Rafinha,
Yeah.
Alisson, Gabriel Jesus, Fred, which is great for
United people. They are the only people who are happy about this, by the way. Yeah, which is a joke being done
But
today.
मेरे को एक बात बता, मैं एक और चीज पूछूं क्या? ये लोग जो क्वारंटीन तोड़ के खेला, they were also in close proximity with Argentinian players. So technically, shouldn't you also not allow Argentinian players to play?
नहीं, ये लोग क्वारंटीन तोड़ के नहीं खेलने की वजह से इनको बैन नहीं किया है. तो? इनको बैन इसलिए किया है क्योंकि जो क्लब्स है, they did not release these players for Brazil. तो ये लोग तो ब्राजील गए नहीं है. ये सारे प्लेयर्स यूके में ही थे.
Punishment.
So how can FIFA enforce it?
Because that is the thing, that if any club stops players to go to their country for qualifiers or some international matches, then they can use FIFA's this regulation to make them not basically have them suspended for the match. So these players have been suspended for not going. अब तो वही तो दिक्कत है, साला जाओ तो दिक्कत है, ना जाओ तो दिक्कत है. तुम चाहते क्या हो बे? Like, what is wrong with the Brazil authorities right now?
This is one of those like great geopolitical conversations, I feel.
Yeah, there's definitely more than what meets the eye. This is not just limited to football and all. This is definitely a lot of some diplomatic tension and everything ki wajah se bhi, because otherwise it just does not make sense. Either I think something definitely something to do with the politics as well, because the Argentina ka, like big shot players being treated like this and them not getting an acceptance then Brazil के players की भी हम चाहते, we want you so badly, otherwise we'll not let you play with the. This is just nonsensical. This is crazy. It's like what will be the next step they'll take?
Also, they had to do some show off of football skills because the crowd had come and they felt bad. The match stopped in 5 minutes. So let's just entertain the crowd with some football skills. I was like, my God, this is like uncle auntie ke liye nacho, uncle auntie ke liye gao. It's like that.
But in all fairness, I think that's important in a South American country. Otherwise, I think they will lose their mind. Like, I don't think they'll come out alive. Like, not only the authorities, but also the players. I mean, it's a South American country. You don't mess with their football. Can you imagine everyone goes into Wankhede for an India-Pakistan cricket match and then they can't play? Can you imagine what will happen?
That did happen technically. India versus Sri Lanka 96 World Cup, kind of.
But that was...
And tears were shed by Abhijit's favorite, Kambli.
Vinod Kambli with an average of 53 in Test cricket, who never got a chance. But people keep saying, Kaya, people forgetting about Rahane's good contribution.
Can I tell you about my most recent, what's it called, Kambli sighting or what?
Yeah, I mean, tell, of course. Yeah, I mean, you have talked about Chappal, bro. So, Kambli sighting is
famous hair cutting salon है, ठीक है, Bandra में, famous hair cutting salon.
Already funny.
ठीक है, तो मैं उधर गया था. Was it head massage or was it दाढ़ी? It was one of the two. और मैं famous hair cutting में बैठा, मेरे बगल में Kambli है, bro.
Are you sure it was Kambli? But
अरे, in the words of Kambli, I शपथ Kambli था, bro. ब्रो और कामली फोन पे मस्त बात कर रहा है, मसाज ले रहा है, कुछ शेव कर रहा है. मैं बोल रहा है कामली मसाज ले रहा है, बहुत फनी है मेरे हिसाब से. इट्स टू फनी, इट्स जस्ट टू फनी. द विजुअल ओनली इज फनी.
Recent
on his bald head.
Yes,
like what he put a wig.
I mean, I'm assuming Anu, he's not doing a facial on his head, no.
Arey, this might be before when he had hair, no? How do we know?
No.
When was this before? When Vinod Kambli had hair?
This is like, I would say,
how long back is this before?
this is what? This is pre-lockdown, like it's fairly recent.
Oh,
this story.
just
It's not
now.
Yeah. Pre-lockdown is what I want to say. Like earliest would be pre-lockdown, but it's fairly recent.
Okay, I guess that still is a
That's my
more related story. Oh, that's a great Kambli related story. Okay, stream featuring Zomato, Chappal and Kambli. Somebody has just said Neville ठीक से देखा ना, वो सौरभ पंत तो नहीं था. अरे same bald joke. And guys, Abhish Tiwari said Brazil appealed to FIFA and FIFA banned their players for 5 days. So and it's not just, apparently from what I hear, जो मेरे को पढ़ा याद है, it's not just the matches like this game week matches. It can also lead to a ban for the Champions League matches for these players. Now,
how many match ban?
5 या वो दिन की बात है ना कि एक हफ्ता या कुछ हफ्ता. तो मेरे को भी एक उतना क्लियर नहीं है, बट सम ऑफ दीस टीम्स, आई थिंक चेल्सी का कौन गया, थियागो सिल्वा है और चेल्सी का एक ही है ना, और उसका कौन गया, मैन सिटी का कौन गया, हेसूस और एडरसन. एडिसन सॉरी. हाँ, तो ये दोनों आई थिंक चैंपियंस लीग में नहीं खेल पाएंगे मेरे ख्याल से, क्योंकि लिवरपूल का आई थिंक अगले दिन को मैच है, या तो लिवरपूल, हाँ, तो शायद it won't matter, but at least something, some of those teams will even miss their Champions League matches. These players, they will. I'm not.
See, like how Uruguay didn't told Cavani that he did not have to come. No, otherwise the thing was, oh my God, he's going to have to go for so many weeks and miss so many weeks. So my point is that what is the
just
deal?
Came back from Uruguay. So
that's what. So I'm saying, what is the deal though? Like if between the club and country and player, like does the player have to face the wrath of the country because he chooses to stay back? Like in this case, they did not go to Brazil to play. So hence this decision is what?
No, I have a feeling that Brazil wanted the players and the clubs didn't release them. So Brazil petitioned. In the case of Uruguay said it's okay. We don't have a problem with Cavani not coming. So I think that's how it worked.
So although we try to not make this sports podcast very political, but sorry, it might get a little bit. But apparently there has been a whole trend of a lot of Brazilian footballers and Brazil celebrities basically turning very right-wing sorts and turning very, very nationalistic sorts. So there's a different fervor of nationalism and all, that's going on in Brazil and Brazil football right now as well. So that might have something to do with what is happening, in the sense that because the players themselves, अगर वो लोग बोलते हैं कि हम क्लब पे रहना चाहते हैं और मैचेस के लिए आना नहीं चाहते, फिर तो उनके कपड़े ही फट जाते हैं, उनके परिवार, all the families and all, they can stay there, so they will never be able to say something like this out in the open. So it has to be always, the club is not letting us go per se, and the clubs technically did not let them go, to be fair. So yeah, that, and there's there is some wrath that these guys are facing because of this. So Fred and Thiago will miss Champions League match. Fred missing Champions League match is hardly a bad factor for United, as we have covered. And Bolisaro का क्या scene हो गया ना? ये क्या बोला Bolisaro को? Okay, sorry. They will miss one match and one Champions League. So basically a lot of craziness with the Brazil situation and the Brazil-Argentina match. And let's see how this works. Does this screw you with your FPL FPL in any way, Neville?
Checking.
as checking as we speak.
Yeah.
I think you must have had some player for sure.
I have Rafinha.
Huh? You had Rafinha? Yeah. So एक transfer तो वही गया. And you did not have Martinez as keeper by any chance, no? Nishant Sahu is saying India World Cup 20 team has been announced. Yes, brother. Welcome. Good morning. We have already talked a lot about that. वो बहुत पहले announce हो गया. खुशियाँ भी होगी अश्विन के team में होने पे. Lot of celebration and all happened. And of course, there was some disappointment because of Shikhar Dhawan.
पीछे जाके देखो ना stream पे क्या बात किया हम लोग. तब तक like करो stream को.
As Neville said, Neville has been very kind with the number of times he has said this. Neville, it's a very good point. मेरे को record करके मैं बार-बार ये चलाता रहूँगा.
अरे तू क्यों record क्यों कर रहा है? खुद मांग ना. It's easier. It's easier. Just I'll tell you what you do. Whenever you have nothing to say na, for a, like if there is a like one of those like moments of like acha transitioning, like मांग दे उधर. Hey guys, before we move on. Hey people. Hey gentlemen. Hey ladies. Hey peeps.
So Neville, have you ever felt that there's a car which is going out of control and you're not able to stop it?
Yes, I've been in an accident several times.
So when I start talking, no, sometimes when there's nothing to say and I'm talking, it is kind of like that. Like if there is like nothing to talk, it's just a car speeding and just like going. So I'm not very. It's very rare that I'm in that situation that I need to shut up and ask for people to like. So
in the meantime, to shut Abhijit up, give likes.
I will record this and put this far. Sorry.
So I'm just saying as a transition.
Yes.
One more question. So then I read that now there's a petition to have Euros and World Cup every 2 years. Apparently FIFA and Arsene Wenger are very excited about this concept.
Yeah. But these are those people who suddenly realized that Champions League bus nahi hua, let's get more. There's also one like super under FIFA 19 tournament, no, that's happening, which is 30 minutes. 30 minutes clock stops. Or no, 30 minutes 2 halves, but clock stops and no extra time and all of that jazz. And like I'm like, why are you doing this?
The T20 version of football, like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
But this is for what? Is it a money-making thing? What is it for? Why do you need
football
it?
More entertaining.
Just get more and more football. Just have.
But when will they have a break, dude?
Fuck the break. Fuck the players. Fuck them. They can, whatever they're supposed to be.
And the clubs are like, but October, then they won't be there. They'll only be playing international qualifiers.
Correct.
Yeah. We'll just meet in December by 2024. Wenger wants to put it through. I said, this is great. Correct. It's like a fiefdom.
And then all of them complaining about how difficult the December game week is. They'll be playing every day in December. There'll be 36 games in December. You're playing one in the morning, one in the evening.
Dude, so a lot of this chaos that's happening because with this the Brazil match is also because of the fact that there was a lot of demand by these players saying that Copa America नहीं रखते हैं, क्योंकि Copa America अगर रखेंगे उस time पे instead of Copa America रखने की जगह we can have these World Cup qualifiers. But because it was Copa America was happening then and now the World Cup qualifiers and उसके बाद there's apparently Argentina and Brazil has to be played again, and will they play this in front of already there's such a packed schedule. So a lot of this is basically the pandemic situation and all that, and these idiots for some reason think that इसका solution है कि और football करते हैं 2 साल में एक और World Cup भी कर लेता है. आर्सेन वेंगर को तो यार एक coaching job दे ही दो. With all respect,
bro, India beat Nepal, dude. I was very proud of that. देखा क्या?
हाँ, I saw that match. I mean, I saw the
I
match
read it.
before
I
that.
didn't see it because I don't know where to see it, but I read it.
Facebook, bro, Facebook पे इंडियन फुटबॉल टीम को ऐसे फॉलो करने का एंड Facebook पे मस्त लाइव स्ट्रीम होता है.
छी यार, फेसबुक पे कैसा देखता, आधा टाइम तो चेत्री से हाई टू मी आएगा उधर.
नहीं, बट यू कैन स्विच ऑफ द चैट एंड ऐसे ही ब्रो लालीगा एक पूरा साल ऐसे ही देखा था फेसबुक पे. तो तो इसीलिए ऐसा देखना पड़ता है लाइव. जब ऐसे मोड पे ले आती है, समटाइम्स यू जस्ट हैव टू मेक दीज डिसीजंस. बट यस, इंग्लैंड के भी इंटरनेशनल पिक्चर्स में इंग्लैंड प्लेड अ डिसेंट टीम. डिड यू गेट टू कैच दोस मैचेस, नेविल?
नो रीड, ये क्या अभी जीत गया वो तो एंगोला के साथ खेलेगा, क्या देखने गए?
बट आज उनका पोलैंड के साथ है रात को.
ओ आज है क्या पोलैंड?
आज हाँ. एंड पोलैंड अपना पिछला मैच भी लेवेंडोव्स्की गोल पे गोल मार रहा है, धर रहा है 6-1 या कुछ जीती है.
लेवा
So,
है उसका
it
तो
should be a
लेवा का
decent-
देवा पड़ जाएगा. हाँ 12-15 गेम इंग्लैंड पोलैंड करेक्ट. इधर सोनी लीग.
Yeah, apparently Jude Bellingham has been playing really well for like in the match that he did. He impressed everybody a lot, and of course after that, all Liverpool fans thought that because it was the midfield of Trent Henderson and Jude Bellingham, that Bellingham really likes Henderson and looks up to him. So there's a good chance that he might be coming to Liverpool, which is a kind of a dream that we Liverpool fans always see every time. का पिछले साल एम्बापे का और इसका मतलब हमें खुद ही अपने आप पे शर्म आनी चाहिए ये सारी बातें सोचने में भी. But a lot of good stuff has been said about Jude Bellingham. So what do you feel about that? कहीं आने का चांस है क्या कहीं पर?
नो.
इतना लंबा मैं पूछा, बट थैंक यू. ऐसे लगा पुजारा ने वेल लेफ्ट कर दिया. दूर से मैं भागते हुआ आया.
खेलेगा किधर वो?
कहीं तो खेलेगा यार. मतलब मेरे को तो लगता है वो आई वुड वांट दैट एटलीस्ट वो फिर से वो सिटी या सॉरी डोंट माइंड बट चेल्सी में ना चले जाए. मतलब वो कहीं एटलीस्ट ऐसी जगह पे तो आए.
चेल्सी में क्या करेगा वो? किधर खेलेगा वो चेल्सी में? ब्रो तू क्या बोल रहा है?
Yeah, that is for sure true. Okay, so we will move on from football, but just one last thing I want to check because Neville, last match of course Liverpool versus Chelsea था. So what did you feel about the Reece James handball?
ये तो हम लोग सब बात किया है, कॉमिक्स ग्रुप पे 10 बार बात किया है हम लोग. क्या बोल रहे हैं?
मैं डिसएग्री करता हूँ. तब मेरे को लगा था कि इट वाज हार्श एज रेड, बट बाद में मैं वो उसका हाथ का मूवमेंट यूं देखा ना.
गांगुली तू भी फुटबॉल खेलता है, मैं भी फुटबॉल खेलता है, हम लोग सब फुटबॉल. अनु यू यूज्ड टू प्ले और स्टिल प्ले और विल प्ले?
No, I never used to. I only watch.
I'll explain to you. The thing is, he's like this. Literally one leg in the air. Okay? Now, if he's like this, when he's trying to get out of it, the only way that he doesn't fall and do it is a hand movement. His hand is right next to his body, yeah? His hand is not intentionally blocking the ball. वो ये नहीं कर रहा है. वो इधर है, बॉल इधर से इधर गया. मैं 100% पेनल्टी मानता है, क्योंकि डायरेक्ट गोल था. No problem. 100% penalty. But he's leaning over like this. Now he's trying to avoid falling and he's therefore gone up like that. Both his hands go up. Everyone's only looking at the hand which has hit the ball. But that's natural body movement, no? That is where I was coming from. And the other fuck up is what टकला है ना, ये टकले पे तो भरोसा ही नहीं है मेरे को. कुछ भी है, एंथनी टेलर तो फक, मैं इतना, जैसे ही एंथनी टेलर आता है ना मेरा तो खून खोलता है. ही शुड बी बैंड फ्रॉम ऑल चेल्सी मैचेस. Okay, that man is a fucking who gives a red card on a freeze frame, dude?
Yeah, he didn't even see it. Lot sahi mein. That was a little weird.
He didn't play it back. He went to the screen, freeze frame था बोला है. अरे चूतिए टकले. I go fuck. Don't get me started again. I just
say Neville, honestly बताओ, I don't think it was his hand का ना movement which got him the red card. Let's be honest, it was his hand movement of the ball. It was not as much as trying to regain balance, but it was as much as a just get the ball fucking away from me.
No, I
like,
really
it was like
think
मेरे
that
हाथ
it
पे.
was-
So it was
No, because it was a fraction of a second, yeah, Ganguly. That's my thing. My thing is, if it was an actual movement of whatever, I think the body movement would also be this way to try and push the ball out. That's not how the body movement was.
नहीं मैं बोल नहीं रहा हूँ कि as much as push the ball out was not the intent. That's what I'm saying. It was just basically अगर एक बार हाथ पे लगा ना उसके ball, like just a natural thing that D में हूँ मैं penalty वो fuck this ball, like just it was just like kind of that was it was not a balanced thing. It was just to get this ball away from me. That kind of a thing. So like it was a tough decision. I guess it's one of those decisions that everybody.
But bro, क्या defense किया है उसके बाद bro? क्या?
नहीं,
I was pathetic.
if Neville, if you had to pick your top 4 for this season end, what would it be?
Chelsea, City, United.
दे दे यार, दे दे यार, चौथा तो दे दे यार.
नहीं, I mean I was just thinking it's either Liverpool or like Leicester के बीच में, but I think it's Liverpool. Like I think it's United, Chelsea, City, Liverpool.
United? You are saying United will win the league?
No, I don't know if they'll win the league, but I'm saying this is the top 4. If you ask me the exact position,
I'm asking you the exact positioning. Who do you think will be winning the league? And first, who will be winning the league?
देख भाई 4-4-2 पे मैंने Chelsea बोला है. ठीक है. I think it's United or Chelsea.
Anu, first of all, what about you? What do you feel? Who will win the league?
I can't have many opinions. I think United are looking pretty decent. I saw the game against Wolves, and now, of course, everyone is so happy that Varane is there. I don't know. I feel like they've got some new
from their game against Wolves. You think that United will win the league? That game against
I'm saying
Wolves?
there's some joy. Like everyone's watched. Like I think they're just riding on this whole Ronaldo thing. I'm talking about like people are just watching. They're just riding on a high, and I think that it's that emotional thing of I feel now with Ronaldo that we're meant to win because babies come back home. It's like that.
नहीं तो there is a theory, no, Anu, that you still need a number 6 and that you still need a CDM, like a proper.
Why do you need a CDM when you just want another striker? What is Ronaldo? He can be anything you want him to be.
No. So I have a feeling that I have another reason why I think that United will win, because
you think United will win the league?
Like United or Chelsea? I don't think City takes it this year. Unfortunately, I think that they're a striker short.
First of all, that's not unfortunate at all. They have a lot of things in surplus, so it's absolutely fine if they have something in short. It's okay. Sometimes in life you should be something in short.
I think that, look, Pep will make anybody score, right? Pep will make Gundogan score. Pep will make anybody score.
Pep point will make fucking Edison score. Yeah.
So, no, Edison assist only. So, I mean, direct assist.
Unlike Allison. Yes. Okay.
No, Allison assists other people. So the opposition. So, I don't know. I just have a feeling that City.
मेरे को लगता है अच्छा okay for me from what I've seen Chelsea cannot, like Chelsea is really good, too good, and अभी तक तो उनका Pulisic भी ढंग से खेला भी नहीं, Ziyech भी आना है, सब कुछ आना है. So for me I am pretty certain with the way and Tuchel का defense का उसने जो reorganize कर दिया है, they have fucking stopped just conceding goals at all. Add this sand Lukaku, and dude, we were just saying the same things and we are trying to say it without, it's so tough to describe Lukaku anymore without making it sound like a bad way to describe him, but he's just
but I've always said we need a sand striker. I mean, that's Chelsea's game. Chelsea's game has always been sand striker.
So Abhi is saying GG glory if Van de Beek gets play time. Van de Beek gets play time तो खैर Van de Beek United का अश्विन है, तो मुझे तो नहीं लग रहा उसको play time मिलेगा या कुछ होएगा. तो yeah, for me I think Chelsea is going to win it, but I think City second होगा या कौन होगा. United नहीं जीत रहा है. United इस साल भी मेरे को नहीं दिख रहा जीतता हुआ. This Ronaldo का euphoria was only given a very big break in the Wolves match. Almost Wolves, honestly speaking, with slightly more clinical.
Even the Newcastle game, I don't think he's playing, right? He'll come off the bench.
Yeah, even if he comes off the bench, that's Ronaldo का homecoming तो यार वो लोग तो पागल हो जाएंगे यार.
They're planning to parade him on the thing. No, he won't come off the bench. I'm sorry, because he's going to be training with the team or something like that. So they will send him to, I think before kickoff, he's coming to walking down or something like that. I sort of read.
अरे वो गाड़ी से आज thumbs up किया, पागल होगी दुनिया.
But he took off his shirt and also he didn't have to play, no, against Algeria, whoever the hell Portugal had to play with, so that he could come early. So he could come early to England. Come on, that's the theory I'm going with.
That was intentional, so that he gets he's not able to play and
little
come
more extra
early.
time to prepare in England.
I think Ronaldo is playing for sure. Ronaldo इस मैच में खेलेगा for sure. इसलिए तो मैं ग्रीनवुड को हटा दिया अपने उससे कि fuck off, इसको चांस मिलेगा कि नहीं मिलेगा भगवान जाने. So okay, चेल्सी को मैंने जितवाया एंड नेविल ने लिवरपूल को टॉप 4 में भी नहीं रखा, तो थोड़ा सा दिल पे लगा
रखा
मुझे.
मैंने 4 में. आई थिंक
लेस्टर तो यार खुद को भी अपने आप को टॉप 4 पे नहीं रखती आजकल, वो भी अपने आप को 5th पे ही रखती है यार.
मेरे को बस एक ही चीज चाहिए और यही चीज जानने का कि तुम लोग का ये माने साला स्ट्रेटेजी है क्या? Like what is the plan? Is one of them quitting? What's the scene?
माने साला स्ट्रैटेजी ये है कि जब तक वो लोग बूढ़े नहीं हो जाएंगे तब तक कोई किसी को लिवरपूल का खरीदेंगे नहीं. और लिवरपूल का अगर कोई ऐसे आजकल बोलते हैं ना कि किसी को खरीद लो ना, प्लीज किसी को खरीद लो क्योंकि अफ्रीकन कॉन्फेडरेशन कब आएगा, तो 16-17 साल के बच्चे आके प्लास्टिक फैंस करके चिल्ला के चले जाते हैं तुम पे. यू डोंट नो व्हाट इट मींस टू सपोर्ट दिस ग्लोरियस क्लब YNWA करके. मैं कहा भैंचे ठीक है, सपोर्ट करना तो अच्छी बात है, बट अब ओनर्स को सपोर्ट करना जरूरी थोड़ी ना, क्लब को सपोर्ट करो ना. मतलब अगर प्लेयर खरीदने का प्रेशर अगर हो रहा है तो कोई तो एक प्लेयर ले लेना चाहिए यार. एफकॉन के वक्त ही मेरे को तो सब, एज यू कैन सी इंटरनेशनल जब भी मैचेस होते हैं उसके 1-2 हफ्ते बाद में पूरा सीन हो जाता है. और साउथ अमेरिका में अगर ये हो रहा है तो अफ्रीका में भी तो कुछ तो होएगा ही ना. मतलब तो पता नहीं क्या है, स्ट्रैटेजी है ही नहीं. स्ट्रैटेजी है भगवान भरोसे, राम भरोसे वाला स्ट्रैटेजी है कि जो होगा देखा जाएगा और बस गाते रहना है क्योंकि एनफील्ड एटमॉस्फेयर, तो इसी से हम चला लेंगे. शाकिरी भी दे दिया है यार, जो भी है. एनीवे ऐसे कोई तो रख लेते हैं.
Anu is watching US Open.
Yeah, I know. I'm just checking the score. Yeah.
Oh, Zverev का मैच भी है ना. Yes, let's move on
That's
from that.
in half an hour.
That's a great segue. Let's talk about US Open, guys. Anu, would you want to take the lead on it? What is the interesting stuff happening in US Open apart from Tsitsipas?
Tsitsipas, yeah. Poor chap, he got so much hate also in New York, and it's not. See, the thing is now that whatever this bathroom break thing is, it's really stupid because there's no rule now. There's no rule. There's no time limit because each tournament takes place in a different geography. So they can't, like a Grand Slam loop break will be different from this. So in a men's match of best of 5, you have 2, usually at the end of one set, beginning of the other set. So it's usually like, okay, some places further away, some places are not. That's why there's no time frame. So the problem, however, with Tsitsipas has been not so much the length, but also the fact that coaching is not allowed in tennis. And he takes his whole kit, and as soon as he goes, there's always like his father or his coach are on the phone. So even in the Cincinnati, when he played Zverev made a hue and cry about it to the umpire and said, like, dude, like, you know he's getting coaching. It's not allowed. Why aren't you saying anything? He's like, what do you want me to do? He's like, but you can see his family tweet, like his like messaging right now. So the thing is, like, you're not just changing your chaddis also. He's come back with a whole new strategy. I'm not saying he's not a great player, but something has happened. No, it's not just, oh, I changed my sweaty shirt. Yeah, so that is another angle also to this whole coaching thing. Then of course,
how do you come to the bottom of it? Like वो message पे coaching ले रहा है नहीं ले रहा? What is the solution of it? कि मतलब उसको उसके पास phone access है कि नहीं है? क्या करे वो bathroom को उसको कोई follow करे? What is the solution to this?
Exactly. So they said no, someone takes him. But I'm saying otherwise you're in front of you. You're supposed to take your chaddi, your shorts, your jersey, and then go. You're not allowed to take your whole kit. But that's also wasting time, na? Choosing your clothes before you go so that you're not taking anything extra. So it's very stupid. Also because. And this is another thing which is not like so pleasant, but this whole right now, I think with the team sports is very different. The rules are very different. This is an individual sport, right? So even stuff like Me Too or things like that, there are no rules in place. Like there was a very disturbing article that came out last week about Zverev and allegations by his ex-girlfriend, who said that I don't want to take him to court. I just want to tell you all. Matlab kya? So what is to be done now? Like what is the next step? So right now you have, whether it's an Adidas or certain brands not renewing the contracts, it's all hush-hush. People don't know what to say about it. You know, did he not? And it's not like if you're playing, suppose you're playing a team sport, where it was NFL or whatever in America or in football. Otherwise, you say we're not getting paid for the next month until, you know, we get to the bottom of this. But here it's not that. It's not a team. You're going from one tournament to another. So I'm not stopping you from paying. There's no one who can say, oh, you can't earn a living from this, right? The ATP is like, we are responsible for what happens on the premises. So does the premises also extend to the hotel room, because you're staying in that hotel room for the tournament? So there are all these. So they're saying of all the sporting bodies, the ATP is kind of the slowest to come to terms with this whole new structure or whole new like life development. Like even the Naomi Osaka thing, handling it when she said, "Look, I want to step back and I can't," which is another thing. She said, "I'm taking an indefinite break from tennis now." After the US Open, I don't know when if I'll be back.
It's what ICC would have been had there been just Sunil Gavaskars.
They moved to Dubai. It's a huge step.
Yeah.
For taxation.
I thought just to be closer with the World Cup and IPL and all these things, huh? So that's the situation.
But
of course now,
Zverev ka, like the accusation that has come up, ye alag hai, and the girlfriend who's having his baby is a different one, right?
Yeah. He's a colorful life. Yeah. Ex model girlfriend is having his baby, and apparently has nothing to do with it. And this is ex Russian girlfriend.
Tsitsipas बोला मन तो करेगा ना तू मेरे टॉयलेट ब्रेक के बारे में कुछ मत ही बोल
I'm just getting coaching.
क्या क्या बोल सकता हूँ पता है fucking questioning my toilet breaks यार. Yeah. Very... Okay.
But Andy Murray's tweet was so funny. I like it when you're old. You know, you're older. At the end of the day, you know, he has a metal hip, dude. And he's playing tennis. It's amazing. So he's like, oh, it's good to know that Tsitsipas's toilet breaks are longer than Jeff Bezos' space trips.
Yeah, but you feel bad for Andy Murray also, no? Trying to think of a comeback and all that. If he would have won that match, that would have been so magical. Fucking Tsitsipas जीत के आगे भी 2 मैच बाद हारना ही था. तो यार मतलब ये toilet break लेके पूरा एकदम momentum, because end of the day these sports are very much momentum based. Yeah. So like it's suddenly in the middle of it, if you just take a break like that and a long break, body ठंडी हो जाती है.
Yeah, I know this.
Everything is just.
I know
everything
this.
is screwed.
One substitution water break and finished. My leg only doesn't move. I'm thinking that, I have to go and save the ball, and I don't. So I understand Tsitsipas, Federer, all these problems I understand very much on an everyday basis.
I just don't get it if Neville's being sarcastic right now or if he's being genuine right now, because he was saying it and then I thought sarcastic ho raha hai, but then he continued with it and I'm like, and he gave instances.
I keep going till I get a reaction. Avijit.
Smash that like button, guys.
Well done.
Every time there's an awkward, like you don't have what is the next segue, I will just say smash that like button. See, I'm a quick learner, guys.
Open follow ही नहीं किया. Like I have no idea what's happening in the world of tennis.
Say?
No, like I'm just waiting for October 24th, where like everything in sport is happening on that day. It's a crazy day. There's There's
India Pakistan.
There's
El Clasico.
There's Liverpool United. There's El Clasico. Then there's Liverpool United. Then there's one more big football tournament.
Formula 1 भी कुछ है कुछ.
नहीं, Formula 1 का this thing is there. What qualifying, and so it's an insane day of football. Of sport. I don't know, that day 24 hours stream करना पड़ेगा.
Yeah. Crazy. But what do you feel about Medvedev, Anu? Like, how do you like him as a player? I mean, I
really like him. Yeah? I really like him. I think he's very funny. There is nothing graceful or elegant at all in the way he plays. But I just like the fact that he's very smiley, has a very likable personality, which is what I say about Djokovic as well. Except that Djokovic sleeps with an ice pick for all his charm offensive. But I really like him. I just feel bad at the US Open that you can still lose on the last set tiebreak, because I feel like, to lose on 1 point is quite harsh. Although it has been the US Open of the 18-year-olds, whether it is Alcaraz beating Tsitsipas and then reaching the quarterfinals, whether it's been that Leila Fernandez who beat Osaka, who now beat Svitolina. 19 and now in her first Grand Slam semi-final. So it's been, I think also everyone likes these stories, the coming from behind, that young, new, exciting player. Because I think there's some fatigue also now that's set in with, the top three, enough now. We need new blood. So
No, but a Canadian winning US Open will be always fun to watch, be it for the men's or the females.
उसका thank you
Both.
speech में भी sorry to win your tournament होगा.
About. Sorry,
a
about.
boot.
Sorry. Yeah.
Sorry for winning your
It's
tournament.
Ryan Reynolds and me now.
But I mean, but I think ये सब सही है. But end of the day, I think Djokovic is gonna pretty much win the tournament for sure, unless something untowards happen. But Djokovic lost the first match, first test to that American guy, no? What was his name?
First round he lost the first set, and then the last match also he lost the first set. And then to Kai
Yeah.
Nishikori also he lost. It's not like it's not like it's been blemishless, which is fine. But he's Djokovic, yeah.
Yeah, but
And
Djokovic
Medvedev
does
has not
that
lost
also.
a set
No?
yet, right?
Yeah.
What?
I think also that's part of his tactic. I'll just
Yeah.
lose.
He loses
Just
one,
for
like,
fun.
throws one set away sometimes.
Yeah.
Like he does
Sometimes two, just to come back.
No, also just to tire the opponent. Like if he's like, 1-4, if he's got 2 break points, then Djokovic is like, fuck it, I don't want to play this set. Let him win. I'll figure it out. Like it's just like but he'll make him struggle for those annoying points. Like the 30-0, no, he'll make him play like some 2 rallies, fully running him from one side to the other. He'll do all this stuff.
Medvedev, but Poti brutal. Like, have you seen his underarm serve sometimes?
What?
Yeah.
Underarm.
Yeah.
Why are you
So
seeing his
basically,
It's
Medvedev is
full
like
Trevor
when-
Chappell.
Yeah, full on best analogy there. But
Oh.
so when these guys are so far behind in the baseline, he just gives an underarm serve so that they are caught off guard and he wins that point. That's so.
Even Nick
fucking
Kyrgios
Russian.
does a lot of that.
But I think that's absolutely fine.
Huh.
I mean, monketing
I-
is in the rules. Now this is in
Yeah,
the rules. Then
exactly.
change the rules.
What if you start calling that also monkering?
Medvedeving.
Just imagine. Medvedeving. Yeah, actually, that's a better one. Okay, and so yes, we have talked quite about US Open. Let's move on to Paralympics. India performance. India has really done very good in Paralympics, and that's a very heartening moment for all of us. It's the highest ever position for India. They are 24th this time, and they have won 5 gold, 8 silver, 6 bronze, 19 medals total. It's a fabulous performance, and Anu, you had tweeted about this that it's so heartening to see that, and it is indeed great, right?
So uplifting also, no? Like also because we are saying that from 1968 to 2016, there were like 12 medals in total, right?
Yeah.
In all the Olympic chapters, and now suddenly in one. So there was this whole thing about Go Sports having, I mean, just the fact that you have private funding, has made such a huge difference. But also I saw this one program, okay, and that really is a bit gut wrenching, where you had these Paralympians. And you had Devendra, who's won 3 Olympic medals now, and this third one was a silver. And there's this Sharat Kumar who won the bronze in the high jump. And they were talking about how they were like bullied and belittled so much as youngsters, and that you have to battle so much more to get to this point. He said it's weird because the same people who bullied us so much now send us congratulatory messages, right?
Yeah.
And he was very sure about the fact that he said, look, I may say all this now and it's all cool and all happened in the past, yes, but there's still a lot of trauma that I have to deal with, and these things just don't go away. And the fact that Devendra said he had to beat able-bodied people as javelin to be taken seriously as a candidate, because whenever he would go to the sports field, they'll be like, hey, you don't have an arm, what are you doing here? Sports teri bas ki baat nahi hai, ja yahan se, like all that sort of stuff. And so you always think that shit, the journey is like, it's anyway terrible for sportsmen in India if you're not a cricketer. And then if you're differently able to have to do it, it's far worse.
Yeah.
So, and credit where credit is due. I think Kiran Rijiju has done a fantastic job. It is little weird that Kiran Rijiju himself was the sports basically minister, and ab jab wo jeet ke aa rahe and where his effects are trickling down. This is bloody Anurag Thakur.
Anurag Thakur who's skipping, by the way, who's skipping.
So it's kind of unfortunate, but that's the way it works. And he is actually, he's done a good job with the fact that 24th position for India. It's mind blowing, and it's great to see this, and it's a great feeling altogether. Yeah.
But Viren Raskin also said, no, it's time to bring sports people into sports administration. You all don't understand that is half the battle won. You don't want suits in these positions. You don't want, politicians. You want people who actually know what it's like and who can make a change.
Yeah.
And if possible, away from ministries and away from government setups, because let's be honest, BCCI अगर पता नहीं अगर बिल्कुल ही government mandated कुछ में होता तो कैसा होता क्या नहीं होता. BCCI pretty much autonomous body की तरह ही work किया, and that has end of the day been fruitful in the rise of cricket the way it has been. So maybe away from the government as much as possible, and private players go into it more and more.
I think that there was this conversation about how if the BCCI was within the, like, one of the biggest it was in that documentary as well, no, the death of a gentleman. Great documentary. If you haven't seen it, just watch it. It's about the ECB.
Where is it?
Netflix पे था, बहुत conveniently cut लिया है. It's called Death of a Gentleman. It's about the ECB, ACB and BCCI and how they control the sport, and how it's actually, while it may be benefit of the sport for it to be an Olympic sport, the fact that these three bodies will prevent it from being an Olympic sport, because there's a lot of rules that come with being an Olympic sport. Right, and not just that, there's also a lot of like scrutiny and stuff that sort of comes with that.
But also Olympic in general, Olympic sports, I think from what I understand, the notion of Olympic sports is that Olympic sports is to bring to spotlight sports which otherwise don't get that much of spotlight. So which is the whole idea behind it. And understood, yeah, cricket is, India is crazy, and but in overall international stage, cricket is not that much. So that is maybe the intent, but अभी बात तो चल रही है ना, क्रिकेट की बात हो रही है next to next Olympics में जाने का. और I think Anshu Moore was last time saying that 300 स्टेडियम ही बना दिया चाइना ने, क्रिकेट स्टेडियम.
China तो, I'm saying the minute it happens, China gold जीतेगा.
क्रिकेट में इंडिया को नहीं हरा रहा चाइना.
No, I'll tell you why. First of all, like, if you look at football, China doesn't care about all this. The minute it becomes an Olympic sport, China will win it. The other problem is
not cricket.
अरे बाबा, मैं also ये देख, मैं तेरे को एक और, like, if you look at the football Olympic team for any country, the rule is only 3 players can be above 21 or above 23 or something like
20,
that. The minute that happens, the game changes.
Yeah.
The minute that happens, it's not like the India under 19 team will go and play the Olympics, right? There'll still be various other things to happen. So 100% China एक medal तो उठाएगा. Give it 8 years, they'll pick up a medal in cricket.
I don't see that happening, because end of the day, cricket will be always a very skill-driven sport. So any country, while coming up in cricket, has been a very gradual process.
China में तो चल रहा है ना.
अरे मतलब मैं कह रहा हूँ इतना ही खेल रहे skill wise, पता नहीं, मतलब I mean, yeah, I guess you could be right about it, but I just don't see that happening that easily. Like, it's not like, at least the skill level will always take time, like, for them to, अभी भी जो भी कहो, फुटबॉल में भी सारे प्लेयर वेयर जितने भी ले गए, चाइना फुटबॉल में एटलीस्ट यूरोपियन नेशंस को कुछ टक्कर तो नहीं दे रहा है, या लैटिन अमेरिकन नेशंस को कुछ टक्कर तो नहीं दे रहा है in terms of winning the World Cups and everything.
Because they're not interested in World Cups, just in world domination and the Olympics.
But Olympics में भी तो China does not do anything in football, not even in the top, nowhere near the top.
They're not a medal team.
So I don't see that happening for cricket either. I don't know about the fact that cricket, these ECB, ACB, and BCCI will let cricket be in Olympics or not. But I do not.
But isn't there a base number of countries it should be played in, which is why it has not got its way in the Olympics yet, because it's not played in
base number of countries that have to vote for it. So, for example, the US and stuff like that, there are about 3 or 4 countries that don't want cricket in the Olympics outside of 3 or 4 cricket playing nations. So then it's a thing like BCCI on the record can never vote against cricket not being in the Olympics. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They have to say that.
Yeah.
So a lot of these, so one of the sports that have there's always a hue and cry around it is squash, and squash is not in Olympics, and every squash player, and squash is a fucking intense sport. It's a great sport,
Yeah.
to be honest. If you see squash matches and all, some of them are really intense, and it's crazy.
But what is the reason? Because it's a racket sport like a tennis. So if one is there, why isn't this there?
So the one of the reasons squash in general has not got a lot of limelight, and any of these squash players are not even anywhere near the money like a top squash player and a top tennis player. The amount of money not even comparable. So is the fact that maybe it's not that television friendly. It's a very weird thing, but sport, like for a sport, has to be television friendly in order for it to get audience and all as well. So that is one of the reasons they say that squash does not get limelight in general. And squash players तो ऐसे रो रहे होते कि भाई skateboarding वगैरह को भी अब Olympic sport बना रहे हैं यहाँ पे, और मतलब ये like what is this reason for squash?
13-year-olds are winning in braces, are winning Olympic golds now.
So it's very weird what is an Olympic sport and what is not, to be honest. But yeah, so let's see how that happens. But yeah, Paralympic Indian performance has been pretty good, and shout out to Kiran Rijiju, who has done a fabulous job, and Anurag Thakur is walking away with all the credit for that. But also, guys, did you by any chance catch Ritu Fogart's match? Ritu Fogart. Neville, do you watch UFC at all? I mean, not UFC, but MMA at all? Oh, I would please, and Anu also, please, if you guys can see, Ritu Fogart had such an intense match versus Mengbo. It was mind blowing. This was a MMA mixed martial arts. It's a proper everything basically goes.
ना मालूम है कि क्या है, मैं देखता नहीं.
हाँ. But UFC main MMA के लिए माना जाता है. This is obviously not UFC, and I hope Ritu Fogart gets into UFC as well, because it completely makes sense. Indian market is totally over there. And dude, this Ritu Fogart versus Meng Bo, she's Chinese MMA professional who's seeded number 2, and she went crazy first round pe Ritu Fogart ko itna, like it was a comeback of insane sorts. People who are watching this, please go and see that match on One Championship. The first round, Ritu Fogart just hanging in there, and after that, the kind of turnaround, that was a crazy good comeback. So that was really amazing to see. And you guys also, please, I would say that you see. Anu, why are you looking at me like I should?
No, I just usually am a bit fearful of MMA normally. Like I just have it's just a mental this thing.
No,
but yeah,
I'll forget Ganguly before I have to see it. So it's not going to happen. I'm telling you honestly. I know. Please watch it and like the stream. Do both.
Yeah. But Abhijit, we'll watch Death of a Gentleman.
Death of a Gentleman, we'll watch, and I will. Okay, fine. You won't take anything I say seriously, but I will take your things you say seriously because I'm a nice person.
No, it's just like यार एक और स्पोर्ट फॉलो करने को नहीं है यार क्षमता ब्रो.
मेरे को पता है ऐसे F1 के बारे में लगता है. मेरे को F1 का लगता है मैं नहीं देख पाएगा यार, और एक और नहीं कर सकता यार. इट कितना फुल टाइम जॉब जैसा ही हो जाएगा यार.
Yeah,
I can't do it. I just can't. It's just way too much.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Cricket football काफी टाइम ले रहा है. Badminton, tennis, everything. So but और कितना. But with that, guys, we have come to the end of this episode. Guys, everybody who was on the chat, thank you for being there. Again, smash that like button, as Neville keeps saying. And since I was running out of a segue, I will repeat
subscribe
that.
Also. There are people I've noticed who are here without subscription. ये तो गलत है ना. वो तो एक बटन है दबाने को यार. Guys, क्या कर रहे हो यार? सब्सक्राइब करो ना. मतलब ये फ्री में एंटरटेनमेंट मिलता है. तुम लोग हर बार सर्च करके आएगा क्या? सब्सक्राइब करो ना. कितना इजी है लाइफ.
Exactly what Neville said. Please subscribe, guys. In fact, Neville बाद में बता भी देना समझ कैसे आता है किसी ने सब्सक्राइब की नहीं किया हुआ है और देख रहा है या चैट कर रहा है, और ऐसा कुछ समझ आता है क्या?
रेशियो से ही मालूम पड़ता है ना पीछे बैकएंड एक्सेस.
Oh, okay. Good advice, Neville. I think we need to connect offline about this as of the different advice that you have given me over life. This will be another one.
अरे नहीं bro, कितना advice देगा मैं अभी?
Nice, good impression.
मैं 40 का है, मैं कितना 40 साल से एडवाइस ही दे रहा है. मेरे को एडवाइस लेने का है अब.
भट्ट को फोन कर. बट हाँ नहीं कुछ नहीं. एक लाइक ठोको यार और सब्सक्राइब करो. क्या कर रहा है पब्लिक? मतलब कितना लाइक हुआ है तेरा टोटल? 250 हुआ है क्या? 250 तो 100%.
296. Because Neville said that. Neville, you made this happen, Neville.
एक मिनट 296 4 लाइक कर दो यार 4 लाइक कर दो 300 लाइक हो जाएगा यार क्या fuck amazing guys.
Wow, man.
He's in advertising and marketing. I'm just telling you, Abhijit.
मेरा रेस्पेक्ट इतना बढ़ा जा रहा है इसके लिए क्या अलग लेवल पे हार्ट सर क्या अलग लेवल पे मेरे को खुद लग रहा है कि मैं भी
Sporting knowledge, I don't care. Just the hard sell.
No, I'm just saying like guys 296 तो मतलब it's so close यार to get 300 हो क्या रहेगा 300 तो हो क्या रहेगा देख ले हो क्या रहेगा
पॉइंट Neville 297 तो हो गया एटलीस्ट एक इंसान है मेरे को खुद इतना प्रेशर हो रहा है मैं खुद लाइक कर देगा मैं कहीं और से जाके लाइक करता हूँ यार मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है
don't do that बाकी हो just go to somebody else's phone and
no but you are so convincing I'm sold by your conviction man
no
मेरे को करना चाहिए हाँ
think about it no there's like
303 happened Neville you fucking made it happen Neville
there you go
oh my god Neville you are amazing wow I mean we were amazing before that also but wow you know this shit okay on that positive note guys it's been really fun doing this episode thanks a lot Neville for coming and it was great talking to you about a lot of different sporting things and we will see all you guys in the next podcast thank you Anu say bye to everybody
Bye. Thank you, Neville.
thank you
Acha, thank you also, Ganguly. Sorry for all your
It's
hard
okay.
work.
It's okay thank you thanks a lot I will end this stream on that positive note अभी stream तो बंद